Welcome to the Nifty Race first episode. I'm Alex. This is Mike, owner-operators of Nifty Race. Mike, introduce yourself. Let the community know who you are.
So my name is Big Mike, and I've been in crypto since 2017. The first time that I bought crypto was for my dad, bought Bitcoin for him for Christmas. And we've always been computer guys. So it was just kind of one of those things where I wanted to check it out and see what it was. And I knew that it would be something that he liked because, you know, we've always been computer guys. And
what's your history with blockchain? Like what blockchain did you get into at first?
So the first blockchain I got into was EOS, and I worked on a couple different projects there. One of them was called Tribe, and it was a online magazine, basically, which you would write stories for, and then you would earn the Tribe cryptocurrency for that. And I ended up being an editor for them. So, and then eventually I pretty much ran all the sort of background operations for everything.
How do they provide liquidity for that token if they're giving it as a paycheck? I'm curious.
They didn't.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Okay.
No. That was a huge issue for that token, for sure. There was no liquidity or anything. It was just kind of like, let's see if this works. And it didn't work.
On EOS, Wax Chain, that's where I got started. Once again, I've said this in the past. My first NFT purchase was Tiger King NFTs. A little too late and a little too early, apparently, because I got into that and then GPK Series 2 drops, right? Directly after that. Not as big a hit as number one, for sure. But I kind of dumped a lot. You know, it's your first NFT. You get really excited about stuff like that. So I really went on Tiger King NFTs.
Messed that one up a bit, unfortunately. They had a winner with Series 1, and then they decided to do the thing where Topps does, and they overproduced the series that nobody was really interested in, and it didn't do extremely well, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're a Funko Pop or Match or some collectibles company, they really don't know how to treat their community really well, to be honest with you. And I've been there for a long time, and I'll say it straight out. Those people are just something else. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We are talking about EOS Wax Chain a little bit, partially. It's the beginning for Nifty Race. So let's talk about that.
Or Antelope now, actually.
I know. What is that all about, you know?
Oh, well, that's a whole nother story with Block One and blah, blah, blah. And we probably shouldn't get into that too hard.
Well, you know what? Nifty Race isn't just your average pony racing game, Mike, is it? It's a thrilling journey where you become the owner, trainer, and champion of your very own virtual stable. Can you go into that a little bit?
In Nifty Race, owning a pony means you have to hit the track and compete for glory. But don't worry, if you don't own a pony yet, you can still participate by selecting a pony to back and potentially win the race. So basically, Nifty Race is a blockchain smart contract that we designed to use our Dust cryptocurrency and Nifty Wizards NFTs, and obviously our Nifty Race NFTs as well, which will be the new collection. And what it does is it allows you to race your horses, your NFTs, and also you can pick which horses or ponies you think will win in the ticket section.
Okay, so let's just say you wanted to pick a pony to win. What would you need to own for that, just to be a part of that, if you didn't own a pony?
So you would need a ticket, which will be a fairly cheap option. I think we're going to price them at about $5.
Okay.
And that will allow you to pick a race. Generally, there's several races. The more people enter ponies, the more races that there will be. And every time you pick a race, you can pick either a winner or you can pick what's called trifecta. And what the trifecta is in horse racing, trifecta means that you pick the first place horse, the second place horse, and the third place horse all in a row, essentially. So it's an extremely hard thing to do, and it will be rewarded very well as well. But it's something that's not for the faint of heart. And if you want something that's sort of easier, then you can just go for a win, or you have the option to stake 100,000 dust, and that will allow you to pick both with one ticket, essentially. So, and then if you have multiple tickets, then for each ticket, you will need to stake 100,000 dust to be able to choose both options, essentially.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going over the site right now. It seems really cool. I did see where it came from prior to the upgrades here. It looks really clean, right? I mean, I thought I was visiting a hospital when I first visited the site.
Compared to the like blue and white thing that we originally designed, which, I mean, Alshaf is amazing. I love him. He's been our developer for almost a year now. He's literally changed his project so much, but he will fully admit that he is not a front end guy. So he basically just made a sort of a bare bones site for us to test the contract, which was cool. And we did test the contract, and it's been working flawlessly. So that's amazing. His smart contracting skills are awesome. And we really love him for that. But we're super happy to have this sort of new front end, which shows a little bit more of our versatility and what our artist Paolo can do. He's been with us since the beginning.
He's amazing.
Well. Yeah, we really love him. He designs all our pixel NFTs and does all our art, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. So just to be somebody showing up to the track, you buy a ticket, you stake 100K if you want to do the trifecta at least. But if you just want to walk through the door, buy a ticket, and then start to pick whatever pony you think is going to win, that's all you need? Or as a ticket holder, do you need to stake as well? Anything?
I mean, you need to stake your ticket. So basically the NFTs need to be staked to the contract so that we know that you're not going to sell them or move them or do anything untoward with them. And as soon as that happens, the contract will recognize them, and it will allow you to play with them, essentially. And so every 3 hours, we have another set of races, and that will allow you to use your ticket to pick from one of those races. Many people will choose to get many tickets. I know I have quite a few myself, and I generally try and pick quite a few races. And then if you go to the results option, once the races are done, then you can see the results and see what happened and whether or not you won. And we have a little race. I do a little call, which is kind of fun. Unfortunately, the sound isn't working at the moment. We have to get that fixed, but that was part of the front end.
So just for a ticket holder, so now we understand that you just need to buy a ticket, stake it, and then go pick your race and your horse. If you have, let's just say there's 5 races going on because of the amount of ponies and the amount of people who are tacking up for races. If you have 5 tickets, you'll be able to stake 5 tickets and get into each race, correct?
That is correct. Yeah. So basically every ticket is an entry for one race, and the more tickets that you own, the more races that you are able to participate in. And it basically just allows you to pick what you think the outcome will be. And then if you want to buy a pony, then you can stake that as well, and then that will actually be entered in the race. And you can choose which pony you think that will win as well. And generally people like to wager that theirs will win.
Okay. So if you wanted to race your pony, would you need a ticket and a pony?
Nope. Nope. As long as you own a pony, you just stake that and it's automatically entered. And then for the next round, you'll need to do what's called tacking up, which is basically a term in racing, which means that you're putting on the saddle and all the sort of things that you need so that the jockey can ride the pony. And so you'll tack them up, and then they'll be entered automatically into the next race. If you have multiple ponies, we won't allow you to enter them in the same race, obviously, because you could dominate one race. So what will happen is it will split them up into multiple races. And so if you say enter 5 ponies, then you'll have a pony in each of the 5 races that comes up, depending on how many people enter and all of that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. So do you know how many ponies you guys are going to be releasing? Because currently there's none for sale. The only people who have ponies, which aren't a part of the total supply, I believe, right? Only
They're
people who have
actually on
who
the
are
Nifty
testing.
Wizards collection,
Okay.
and we will be releasing NFTs for this game on the Nifty Race collection. And so
Awesome.
what we're going to do is initially we're going to drop 100 ponies, which are our Sheffies and
Nice.
Shetland ponies, and they will be available to the public, but it's basically sort of a beta sale, let's call it, because we're still going to be doing some testing and stuff and figuring out all the little things, and that will be directed
I'd say that though, Mike, I know that you guys have been testing it for a while and worked out most of the kinks. So when you're saying that to the community, I don't want them to be a little weary on if it's going to be working or not when you get your pony.
No, it works.
Yeah.
It works. It's been working for like 4 months, but I just mean that like
Perfectionist. I'm gonna be honest
yes,
with you.
I am definitely a perfectionist. I like to make sure that things work good and that they look
This
good.
made because he's such a perfectionist. All right. It almost did not get made.
Yes, well, Alex likes to change things on me last minute, so that can be
I
somewhat
do.
frustrating sometimes.
That's my problem, right? All right. So, I mean, when it comes to ownership, I think we went over that. And as far as the order of operation, so if order of operation, so if you're just somebody who's coming to pick a race and try your luck, buy a ticket, stake it, boom, you're automatically entered. After you pick your pony, you're into that race. If you want to race a pony, you buy a pony, you tack it up, automatically you're in the next race.
Yep. And the big stumbling block there is that people have to wait 3 hours from the time that they stake it. Not necessarily depending on where we are with the races, but it's hard for us to give that instant gratification when we also allow you to pick which ones are going to win, because just like a real race, you need to know what ponies are available on race day to bet on. And then people need to organize all the tickets and everything and all that kind of stuff in real life. So in our version of that, it's basically we create a list of the ponies that are entered, and then that list is put through the ticket page. You're able to pick which ones you think are going to prosper.
That's awesome. I think that will create volume too, because if there's multiple races going on daily and you have to wait 3 hours, you're gonna be like, okay, maybe I'll buy another ticket, maybe I'll buy another pony, whatever the case is for you. Nice.
And as far as the countdown thing goes, actually, eventually, what I really want to do is include NFTs from other collections and also drop more of our own. And we will have races that are sort of ongoing. So not only will it be ponies, but there'll be horses and, Alien Worlds NFTs or whatever the case may be. And
that's cool.
So essentially at that point, the countdown will be much smaller because there will be a much smaller window between those races because they'll essentially be a different set of races.
I feel like we covered most of this stuff already. I have a little listy here that I do before shows. Besides what we just talked about when it comes to ownership and getting into the game, I think we covered a lot of that stuff. I know we don't have a date yet, right, on when the drop for the ponies will be. That might be in the next video, potentially.
I think so. I think what our goal here is just to sort of get a couple of these videos under our belt so that we can start to create some content, so that we can start to drop stuff on the regular. And then once we have that done, then we can sort of figure out a promotional timeline. But really, I'd like to get sort of the sale happening by the end of the month at the latest.
Yeah, same. That would be cool, man. I'd love to get out there and start racing for real. I mean, I've tested the game out before. I'm having a blast with it. I don't want the video to get too long. I think what we'll do in the next video is we'll review in depth the stable page, the tickets page, and the results page a little bit more now that we have an introduction on what Nifty Race is. And we'll get into depth about Dust, the token, and how it ties into the game. Get into it more. If you guys are Dust holders, you already see how this is playing out. We're utilizing Dust here. We're delivering value. And by we, I mean, I'm making content. Mike's over here working. We're trying to bring something cool to the community and create a deflationary situation for Dust and really start to deliver to the Dust community. We've all been underserved for a long time, and that's because of unforeseen circumstances. This is a really good game. It's really fun. And who else is doing it over here right now, Mike? I don't see anybody else like really innovating over here. Most people have moved on. It's really quiet in the space right now. There's a huge community that are waiting for games like this and for us to kind of pick up where we left off, right?
I don't think we ever left off. I don't
think so.
Day one, and I've built a lot of stuff, me and Elshaf, over the last couple years. But I think that our big fault has always been promotional. And so that's kind of what we're trying to take care of now and make sure that gets done well too. And we can leverage all this infrastructure that we built for Dust and Nifty Wizards and make it all into sort of one big game, which essentially encompasses both worlds.
Yeah, and when I was speaking right now, it was a general statement about the EOS and Wax communities in general, not about Dust. I mean, I know it's been going on with you guys and how much you guys have been working, and I'm glad you did acknowledge the fact of the lack of marketing. But hey, I mean, once again, there was unforeseen circumstances, and you're great at building. It's like can't be great at everything, and we're doing it right now. And now you have something to deliver before you sell something to somebody. You guys don't even sell Dust. This is a free token. It's like
always been my
crazy. You guys have gotten so much heat for something you never even sold. I'm like, so, and now you're giving it utility with this game, and with the deflationary plans that we've talked about before, and what the plans are for Dust and the future of it. I mean, there's really nothing to complain about in the beginning, but especially now. Look at what's happening. Look what they're doing. It's not that they haven't been working. It's just that they have. And now you're about to see a finished product before we sell you some ponies.
Yeah, we generally try and get stuff done and then talk about it later. And that's super backwards in this industry. And I understand that. But I honestly feel like that's more honorable. And I would much rather have something to sell than selling pipe dreams. And hopefully it comes true.
Well, I'm a community member just like you. You've been through it. I've been through it. We've all been through it that are watching this right now. And that's exactly what you want to hear. And you know who Mike is. He's here. He hasn't gone anywhere. Still been here in the communities, always around. I want to close the video out and let you guys get back to what you're doing. And I want to say thank you for being here. First video for Nifty Race. There's going to be a ton more. So follow the channel and just stay tuned. Join the chats. All the links that you need will be below. All of them. Don't get links from anywhere else.
Like and follow. Thank you. We appreciate your support.
Yes. Till then, take care.
right, this is how you get in the race. You gotta get your tickets and ponies.
Hey, what's up, racers? We're here with episode 2 of Nifty Race. I'm Alex. This is Mike. We're here to cover the rest of the page that we didn't cover in the last video. We're basically going over how to enter the races, whether you have a pony or you want to pick a winning pony on your own. So let's go ahead and dive into that real quick. Here's the site. I know you guys are all familiar with it by now. If you are already in the game and you're already in the chat, you have seen the progress that we've made with this site, and it's looking a lot better. So I just want to highlight that again because we did work really hard on that. So
Yeah,
we're going to start off with
long work in progress, man. Like just even, dude, how long did it take us to put this front end together? And then like the first step was like, oh yeah, it'll be like 48 hours, and I just laughed. I was like, yeah, right. And it's been like a month and a half almost now, like working on this front end, like.
And I think some of it too was us being a little bit more perfectionist than we need to, and all the details got worked out. So honestly, it was worth the wait. We didn't want to deliver you a half-ass front end because we're not delivering you a half-ass back end. So you know that's we just there were so many times that we wanted to really. What's that, Mike?
I'm so sorry. It looks amazing, and I'm so proud of it. Like I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
Same. I mean, you guys worked so hard on the back end, and we got, we were ready for sale because the product was delivered. And before we wanted to
What's up, Mike?
Any further, we decided to like revamp the front end, and we went just as hard on that as we did on the back end stuff, which is.
Yeah, I had to take a lap and come back. Space has been a little weird lately, so what I did is I just
let's just do it. But that
refreshed and came back in, and then it worked apparently.
To make sure that
the
interface you're interacting.
So if that happens to somebody else.
Professional, looks cool. Like you want to go back there, right?
Yeah, no, that's
I mean, I've been involved with sales where
click on me and offer me a co-host, or click on your options. I think like the 3 dots.
I didn't like the way it turned out after the fact.
Because it shows me the speaker.
Everything be ready to go.
Just because if you get rugged and I'm a co-host, the spaces will go on.
Go in there and you're good to go.
Yeah, you're being delivered a fully built product that's all.
Yeah, you can just
so let's get into the stable page because when you're when you want to get into the race, no matter if you're picking a winner or if you're racing your own pony, you're going to need to start here, right?
That's weird.
Or I mean, assuming you have your assets already, correct?
It doesn't look like it.
Yep.
Yes. So here we are on the ticket page, on the stable page. And in order to pick a winning pony, you need to stake a ticket, correct, Mike?
That is correct, yes.
It's been like that, though. Since they did their firmware update a few weeks ago, man, like it's been fucking worse, dude. Like, no joke.
Okay, great.
It was like,
those don't translate.
Ever back then.
And you can do this one at a time. Or also, Al, if you just select each one, like select it, like just click on the ticket itself. No, not the stick button.
Weird.
So next time.
I mean, trying to do things with less people, I could imagine you're gonna have problems, especially since you fired everybody's homie that worked there.
Cool.
You're gonna have some problems.
And then
I like that feature.
All of them at the same time. And no, so that's a single stake.
Okay, my bad.
And it said something about modal being closed, so you might have to reboot the site maybe. Because you probably have something.
I'm on the site right now.
Yeah,
I do have something that got staked. Let me refresh.
Exactly. You probably have to refresh. Okay, so now select all your tickets, and then up in the top right corner, once you've done selecting, you'll see a little green button. It says stake right under withdrawal. Yeah, and click that.
Oh.
And
I like that
stake feature.
Wow, a lot of places don't have that. I mean, that's a lot of the little things that people don't think about ahead of time to make things convenient and seamless for the players, right? Like that's cool.
Elshaft, man, he's a god at that, and you can do the same thing with the phones. Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's super sick.
There's a lot of games coming out right now that aren't thinking about the little things. I mean, there's a lot of tappers on Ton and stuff like that. Those are cool. They're very convenient. Did I withdraw? I did. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't have any dust in this account on this account anyway.
So when you want to enter the race, you need to stake a pony at that point, right? We staked our tickets so you can pick a winner, and at this point, you need to stake your pony if you want to try your luck, right?
Yeah.
If you want to race, be a part of victory.
That's right.
All right. So let's stake these things the same way we stuck. Let's just stick with staked. Staked those tickets. 5 ponies going in. We're in. Okay, so we just went over
to stake.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a little radio button, so it says my stable and then stake.
So these are all my stake assets.
Yeah.
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 Tickets for days, son.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, we're ready to race. We're off to the races, right?
Yeah, you're ready to pick a ticket, and I think that's something we're going to go into in the next video, right?
We are. We're going to do one video per, so everybody can watch it at their own leisure, and it doesn't get too lengthy. Yeah, because I can talk for days, apparently. All right. So we have our assets. We have them staked. Step 1. We're going to get into step 2 in the next video, okay? So watch out for it. Episode 3 coming soon. Walk us through the ticket booth, and I'll go through the actions.
So select race 1.
Race 1. And at this point, I've already staked tickets. I've already staked ponies. So I have all assets staked to do all the things.
Yeah. So you're all good. Now you want to pick.
Do I need to stake first?
Yeah. Well, if you want to pick both, you do. So we should probably go to dustismagic.com.
Let's get it. So here we are on the dustismagic.com website. We're going to stake our dust right now, Mike.
That is correct.
Yeah, let's do that. I got some dust here. I got 400,000 dust. Wow.
Yeah, somebody's saying some loot.
I be chatting. Okay, I'm out here
so
chatting.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, of course.
Crazy. Where are we staking this shit to?
So we're staking this to Nifty Race Com. There's no .com. Don't do dot. You will. I don't know. I probably won't process, but yeah.
No,
so Nifty Race.
So the character, the account that I created is Nifty Race Com.
That's so good for people like me because I can't tell you how much Bitcoin I've lost in the past and Ethereum by doing the dumb things. And you don't get that back. And currently, the price of these things, I don't want to get into it. Actually, I'll take it back. So that's kind of like a fail safe for people who are like me, who just like do things. Really, I'm excited. And yeah, that's cool. 100K dust sent to Nifty Race Com, and these amounts.
Why don't you just do 400, Alex, while you're at it? Because
you're right.
You have 400, and you want to pick 4 tickets. So let's just do that.
I do.
And then we can add a memo if we like, and that's literally just for recording stuff on the blockchain so that you know what this transaction is all about. If you don't want it, you don't have to. It's not required by the game.
All right. So we got our memo.
Nice.
I'm not lying.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. It's okay. So here we go. I'm staked. Dude, that's like instant. I didn't even get time to click off of the window.
No.
Staked.
Boom. There.
All right. So here we are back on our ticket page. And we've already picked our horses. And yes, I picked myself to win. I did. Right here. The VKOQW.WAM. That's me.
Do it. And you double picked yourself, so you're super confident you're going to win.
I mean, let's just be honest here. If you pick the trifecta and then your winner, your outcome winner for the single pick is not one of your picks for your trifecta, you're already betting against yourself in all reality, right?
I view it as a hedge, personally.
So
see, I knew you were gonna say. I knew you would say that.
Yeah.
For me, it's smart-ish. Is it?
Yeah, I feel like it's smarter, but who knows?
I mean, I guess when
you
you
the walls, you're like, no, like I'm winning.
All day. Yeah, all day, baby.
But did
Let's
you
go
pick?
get it.
Oh, so
I already
you did
picked.
it though. No, because you picked yourself as number 3 in the trifecta and then number 1 to win. So you did hedge. So there you go.
Oh, well, I thought the trifecta it works as one win versus that being like a single pick. So
no, so trifecta literally is like you pick number 2 to win. You pick number 4.
I see.
Second,
Oh, so I think I had this.
To place 3rd.
Okay, so let's explain that for everybody else that's like me, because I don't get that. I just thought you pick horses that are in this trifecta, and if they win, then they just win or whatever. So specifically, in the trifecta,
like the golden pick of horse racing, like basically, it is literally one of the hardest things to achieve, and so you literally have to pick 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. And they all have to place exactly as you picked them. So, like, it is nearly impossible.
It's not impossible. I'm going to hit it, and I will be on the leaderboards, and I'll do a video on it. I guarantee you. But I didn't know that. I thought they just all have to win a... Yeah, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
This makes more sense. Okay, cool. So I already picked my horses.
Yeah,
they're in the next race.
Change it. If you wanted to change it, you could go down to the bottom left and you could click cancel pick. And then you could do it all over again.
Boom.
So now you're picking yourself to win. And that place is 2nd and that place is 3rd. There you go.
Let's get it. All right. I'm picking. All right, maybe I got to refresh.
Probably, because you just canceled it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So here we go. Boom, 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 boom. And let's go.
Yeah, there you
go. All right.
Boom. So now you have your pick. And it shows which ones you picked. And if it says cancel pick, then that means that you picked.
So if you have multiple assets and you tack them up, once you stake them, they're automatically tacked up, right? So in your stable, you have your staked ponies. When you go to stake them, they're already tacked up, right?
They're tacked up because you just staked them. But after this race, they won't be ready anymore. You'll have to go back in there and tack them up for the next race. And that's a way for us to make people engage with the site and not constantly just be racing without actually having. Because think about it, like in the real world, you're going to have to pay your entry fee for your pony and organize everything and make sure everything's ready for them to run in the race. It's just not going to just automatically
so
show
everybody's
up
on the same. Just so everybody's on the same page. In the last video, if you didn't watch it, you should. We did a stable review. And we went to our stable, which we're on currently. We staked our ponies. And because we staked them, they were automatically tacked up. So they're ready to race. So when you go over to the tickets page, when you want to see which race is going on, that's why you'll see my wallet here, because I staked them and they were already tacked up. Now, after this race, this pony, specifically this pony or any pony that races in any race, you'll have to go back to the stable page, to your staked portion of that page, and near unstaked will appear a button that says tack up.
Yeah, there'll be a little button that says tack up right there.
Yes, there will be a button that says tack up. And when you tack it up, your pony will automatically qualify for the next race.
That's correct.
If they're not already full. Yeah, if it's not already full, correct? Because there's a maximum amount of ponies per race. So if the next race is in 20 minutes, if the next race is in 20 minutes, and it's full, you'll probably qualify for the one that's in an hour or something like that.
No. So how it works is when you tack up, and if all the races are already all full, you just create a new race.
Right, but do they run simultaneously, or are they spread out via time?
No, we could have 50 races at a time.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That's accommodating. So no matter how many ponies want to come on the track, there's a spot for them to race. That's cool. They don't have to wait till tomorrow.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
So
and that certainly is not the same in the real world, right?
I mean, there's a limited amount of tracks. Here we have we could have 10 tracks. So I mean that's
we have unlimited tracks.
Yeah. So if you go to a Hollywood Sports, there's any number of racetracks out there. You only have one track, and the fact that we have 10, 100, 1,000 tracks, depending on the ponies that are wanting to race, that's pretty cool. So back to what we were doing. So after that, after you've tacked up, you'll be able to see your pony like you see my wallet here in the race. It won't be a horse story. It'll be your wallet address.
As long
tacked
as
up.
It's been long enough for it to register in the next race, which currently, if you go up a little bit, Alex, you can see the countdown. And so if you literally had just tacked up just now, then it would take 2 hours and 36 minutes for you to see your horse in the next race, essentially.
Okay.
Right? But because in the last episode, you tacked up right before the rollover, it literally only took about 10 minutes for you to see your horse in this set of races, right? So now if you go to race 2, we can pick another race. And actually, if you select your available ticket, you can see that you have multiple tickets in there if you click it.
Yeah. Can you not see the drop-down menu?
No, I can't. But there should be a drop-down menu, which you're not seeing because of weird stuff on.
I just picked a new ticket.
So you can change your ticket. And another thing that you can do is you can level up your tickets and your horses, right? So currently we have 5 level 0 races. So you don't need to have a leveled up ticket or horse to be able to participate in any of those. But if you do level up, then you'll see a different background that you'll race on, and also the rewards get larger as you go.
That's the incentive to level up, essentially, is the reward.
Right? And also, once we get into breeding, then if you're leveled up, then you'll be able to breed a higher level horse as well.
That makes sense. That's awesome. That's cool. So breeding's already on the table, and your levels affect the amount that you will get and your breeding rarities, I assume. Yeah.
Anybody listening in the live stream, go ahead and retweet the space that we're in right now. Go ahead and check out my profile, check out the space that I'm in, follow the host at Nifty Race, and please join us. Join us in the chat. I don't care if you leave the live stream. It's okay.
You're a level 5 horse, and you breed a level 5 horse, then you will end up with a level 5 pony, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that has value.
Horses and whatever. Yeah, for sure. Because
easy
that
mode.
means that you can then move to level 6 and level 7.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
So on and so forth. Because the other thing about your ponies is that they are like real ponies, and in real life, ponies can only race so many races in their lifetime, and so can ours.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to think about that.
You reach that limit,
you have to tell me like exactly. Like actually, I have it already. Never mind.
I think it's something like. Let's put that part. But anyway,
right.
We'll
we need to get
retire
this
your
out there
horse,
to the
and
other
it will
chats.
still
Did
be
we
able to
get
breed,
the
but
space out to the rest of
it
the
won't be able to race
chats that
That's
we are
cool.
allowed
That's
to show?
realistic. I mean, that's practical. So
Right.
that's really good on your guys' end. So that makes more sense.
I mean, it's okay. It's
I'm
our
picking
first
another
space,
race right
too.
now.
Like,
Let's just do
we're
it
going to be
again.
talking to
So
ourselves
I
and
picked myself
our
as
core
first.
community,
No, I
the
did
people that are
not.
here for a
I'm
little
gonna
bit,
pick myself as first this time.
as long as we stay
So,
consistent with these
boom,
spaces,
boom.
it'll grow.
And now because I
We'll
have
get new
5
people.
tickets staked, so now I can pick winners.
Yeah.
So I have multiple tickets staked, and
I mean, honestly, I
also
think we should
multiple
schedule
ponies
one for
staked. So that's why
tomorrow,
you'll see
Tuesday,
my horse
Wednesday,
in
and
all
then
races right
maybe
now.
even hit Friday morning
my
or something
pony
like that.
in every single race because I have multiple horses stabled up and tacked up And I also have
Yeah,
tickets.
I
So
mean,
every
until
single
we start,
race, I
I
can
mean,
also
honestly,
pick a winner on.
it could be one every other day until we start
And
to
so
grow.
when you
Like
get a
maybe the next
level
one's
2
Tuesday.
race or a level 3
But
race,
I just want even the
you'll see it on the
community to
race
start
page
getting
on the
familiar that
right-hand
we're having
side. It'll
spaces
tell you
regularly.
which
So
is
that's,
level 0,
you know, then we're going to get a bigger
And if you
turnout.
don't
People
have
in
a
the wax
level
community,
2
especially, but
ticket
other
or
communities
level
need
2
something to
ticket,
do.
then you
But the
won't be
wax
able
community
to
doesn't have a lot of
get
spaces to go to,
That's
man.
also
Like, I
another
mean, anybody
level
here
of
can attest to that. There's not
Yeah,
a whole lot of
I
spaces
like
that I
that
want to show up to
incentive to
for wax
level up
right
your
now.
pony and your ticket.
You know?
So if there's a level 2 race going on, there's incentive for the community now who are only ticket
I
holders
did
because
show up
there's
to
going to
one
be a
with
limited
Mike
amount
D
of
the other
ponies
day,
released.
and
And we're going to go into the drop date right now
I
in just a
forgot
second.
whose space it
I
was.
think we
But he was a
covered
speaker
most of
there.
this page already, and it's getting lengthy.
That came out. That was a good
Yeah,
space.
so there's
It's been a while
incentive
since I've
to
been like
level
part
up
of a wax
your
space that has
pony
any
and level up your ticket as
decent
well.
conversation. To be honest with you,
That's awesome, and how it affects the token, the ecosystem. You're going to start to see the effects of that as well. So let's dive into the next topic.
which is the drop date, right?
Yes, I was trying to get rid of this page. Do you want to drop the date right now on our first beta sale?
Yeah, so I think we're planning on doing it on June.
so
30th.
Angel stuff. Would you say
We're going to drop 100
who does? Oh yeah,
ponies,
the races, right?
and those
Yeah.
will be $10 each. And
That's
we
a
will
fair
drop,
price.
yeah, and the plan is to drop 1,000 tickets overall and 500 ponies overall.
Angel, have you been tacking up every morning?
Sale. And
So thirds
that means
equally.
yeah, so, no,
Almost.
So 100 and then 200 and 200 for the
Okay.
ponies, and then for tickets it'll be 200 and then 400 and 400.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
We got a date. Do we have a time?
Usually I
PST.
do them at 9 a.m. PST. That's
Nice,
usually
dude.
a good time for
That-
most people. Sometimes Australians complain about that one a little bit, but
I can see that.
typically it works for
What would
Europe,
you,
it works for India,
if you had one
it
thing to
works
improve
for
in the game, what would that be?
It works for me down here, so that's kind of what we go with. I kind of don't help out the Aussies on that one, but we're a worldwide community.
Or anybody.
Unfortunately, not
Maybe
everyone
we'll
Rob.
do like an Aussie.
Is that
sale.
Rob
If
Angel?
there's so much volume coming from from the Gold
Oh.
Coast, maybe
Gotcha.
we'll drop them 25 just for Aussies.
We could do that too. Who knows?
And by we, I mean
They
Mike's
can
the
also
one
do-
behind the curtain,
can also
not
do-
me. All right. Look, so we have everything you need already in this video when it comes to the ticket page. I don't think we need to take much more of your time. We're here clowning around, having a good time, like you will in Nifty Race. The next video that we'll be doing is the results page. Correct, Mike?
That is correct, sir. Also, I think that we'll go through leveling up some ponies and some tickets as well.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Is there any way for me to do that currently from my wallet address, or is that going to take some time? Do I have to actually race and get these ponies like well seasoned?
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. So I got to put in work. All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
I
by the
definitely
time
can't
of this
wait to
next
see
video,
the-
I'll have raced all my ponies.
Go ahead,
We're
Mike.
going to level up. Thank you for being here. Next video is going to be on the results page. We're going to teach you how to navigate that, show you how to navigate that. And we hope you're enjoying the video so far. Do you have any closing words, Mike?
Just thanks for joining us, and like and subscribe. And
Upgrade button, right? Here we
that is
are.
correct, sir. Yes.
And explain this to us.
So now you can go to strength. So basically, there's 10 sub levels per level, and
Okay.
you need to upgrade each one. And you can do them in little bits, or you can do them all at the same time. Alex is going to do all of them at the same time right now. And so he's going to put 10 in every single one of those fields.
Okay. We're going to put 10 in every single one of those fields.
That's correct. But if you want, you can do this kind of as you go. Now you have your payment method. So you can choose in-game balance, which currently he has 0 in-game balance, so that's not going to work very well. if you select the drop-down menu, which you aren't seeing for some reason, there's also an option of paying with your wallet, which is what he's going to do. Or you can pay with a combination of both in-game balance and your wallet.
I'm seeing both options. So in-game balance. So it's showing once you click the drop-down menu, I'm showing wallet and both.
Yeah, so I would say wallet is the one that you want to choose because you don't have anything in your in-game balance anyways. And you can see the cost at the bottom of the screen. It's going to cost him 6,280 dust to be able to upgrade everything.
And we're upgrading. Okay, so let's refresh this while the transaction is going through.
Yeah, that'll be
See what we
fun.
got.
To start
Let's
using some of
upgrade
those
this
other
guy.
NFTs
So
in
he's level
game.
1 now.
It'd be really cool
He
to
is
start
level
even
1
seeing
now.
if we could use
Yeah.
enhancers at some
And
point.
you can see
You know,
that
to like
that
help
guy
boost in the mini game itself.
148 races. So actually,
what
what you
boost
should
earnings.
do is go back in there
Yeah.
and upgrade that to level 2.
Essentially, what they would need to do is rinse and repeat with the 10 and 10 each
Yeah.
time to level up, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or if you want to do
Oh
it
yeah,
in
for
little
sure. As soon
pieces
as we're
you
all
gain
settled with
dust
the
and you
ponies and
level up
we get these
one
ponies sold out,
gear,
which we're on the
one
road to.
Yeah, so it's
The mini
measured
game
between
launching very
1 and
soon.
10
Once we get
each
those
level. You can't
tied
go
in
past that
together,
each time.
boom,
So let's
incoming
just say
with
you did have
dust miners, dude. I
enough
mean,
points to
that's
level up
it's gonna
twice
be
at
crazy.
once. You'd still need to level up one
It's
at
gonna be
a
back to
time, right?
back.
No, you could have done 20. I could have
So
screwed
much
that up.
dust.
I thought it was the 72 race pony, but anyway.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Good to know,
Essentially, yeah. And so now if you add another 10 to that one, to each one of those, then you will
Right.
level up to level 2.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
Which-
we got the level up process down, and after you do level up, you want to make sure you go back to stake, right? Because that would be the next option. Let's just say now we're at a point we have a leveled up pony. We want to put it back in the races. Now we stake it. We're back in our stable.
That's a
our
good
stake
idea,
phase.
actually. I like that. I'm not
I'm
sure if that's on
assuming now,
like on the
because I
list,
leveled
Mike,
it
but
up,
like
that we
if
staked
you
this
tack up
pony, I
all your
don't need to tack
ponies
it up
and we
because
have
now
that
I see
interface for your
tacked up
personal profile,
option next to
which
it,
we're
which
gonna
is
have for
already
every
Correct.
player.
Yes.
So
They
every
should get
time
some sort of
you
notification, even if it,
restate
you
a
know,
pony,
whether it
it
notifies them on their
gets
device or
re-entered
just
in the
in game,
race.
and they check their messages or
And
something like that.
now
Where
when
it's like
you see
you're
the
now
results for
racing
that
in
race,
blah blah
it'll
blah
be a level
race.
1 race,
You know, like
completely
you've
different
officially been
level,
tapped up.
and has a
Yeah,
different
that's cool. Because then they could
background
actually
and a
watch
different
them live.
call.
We all could. I'd like
So
to. I'd
as you
like that.
level up, the
So I mean,
tracks
that's a really good
change,
suggestion for
essentially,
sure.
correct? So you're on a different track.
And
Okay, that's
rewards are greater as well.
right. So
And
let's talk about how.
tickets are automatically upgraded.
Yeah, because most,
okay.
especially
I was
with
going to ask that question.
what's that?
Mosquitoes. Oh, almost got that one. Oh, I did get that one. All right. You guys are gonna get
Okay.
used to this. I got skeeters out here. Okay, they're over here attacking your boy. I got to.
Who's that?
So the tickets are automatically upgraded. That's awesome. You don't need to do anything as a ticket holder, is what you're saying.
Oh,
That
nice.
is correct. Yes. As you race, if you get to 144 races, you'll have
Yeah.
1,440 XP. It's basically 10 XP per race. And
Okay.
that will allow you.
Oh,
to
so that's
level
all
up
Mike
to
D.
level
That's
1
right.
as
I don't know
long
why I
as
thought
you
he was
have
hired.
3,000 dust
Hell yeah, dude.
staked.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then level 2 is basically the
looking to
same
do?
thing, another 144 races, and that one you need 6,500 dust stake, and basically as
Oh,
you
yeah,
go
dude.
up, you need to be staking more and more dust to be able to level up.
Oh, that's so deflationary.
That'd be awesome.
too.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
ties up dust.
we need to like
We
hire
all
us a
know how
collaboration
staking
manager
works
because
when
we
you
have such a
game.
huge network
you're
in
a
Dust,
holder
man.
running
Like if
too,
we
I
have
mean,
one person
it's
24/7
great.
just
I mean,
working
to
on
level up the amount of
collaborations, oh
dust
my god, it would
this
be
game
ridiculous.
is gonna require for
Who
most
on the Dust
holders,
team could get that done?
It's gonna change the game for Dust a little bit. Token.
Who on the
And-
Nifty Race team? Huh?
It's actually not a stake either; it's a payment. So you're paying that amount
That's a
of
huge
dust
network, dude. Like
to move
huge, and then
forward
you know
in the game.
create guidelines for
Correct.
it as
So
well.
when
You
you're-
know?
When you're
must
in this,
repost
at
the
this
shit.
stage, you're making
Like,
a purchase. You're not staking.
there you
but
go, I
when
don't know.
you want to get this far.
Like we do like an hour video with people,
So
and then
both,
like,
really.
it's like
So
Yes,
both. So
okay.
there's
maybe
an
they were
in-game
posted,
purchase to
maybe they
level up, as well as a deflationary stake.
I think like people,
You
it's
can
not that
then
it's not
unstake.
laziness or not that they're
But
trying
if
to
you
not
do,
do it. It's
Then those
more along the
privileges
lines
go
of people
away.
just being busy and
And
not
what are we
knowing
doing
that
with
it
the dust
happens.
that's accumulated from
Yeah.
purchases?
We will use that to redistribute to the community, and it will all be part of the hopper for Nifty Race, essentially.
Oh,
And
so
we
it'll get
will-
recycled a little bit. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and we are also
Great
going
idea.
to use 50% of the ticket purchase money to go back to, we're actually going to purchase the dust for that on
Okay.
the open market.
Oh, buybacks.
Yeah.
That's cool. So 50% of the
We're going to provide liquidity to the open market to get the dust to distribute in the game. So therefore, half of the dust that we're distributing is actually basically recycled.
that's cool. I like that it was recycled anyways, but now that it's being yeah, that's cool, man. I like that. Buybacks are always a good thing, folks. A good thing, folks. All right, so we're here. We did this. We leveled up. We understand the tickets. We understand the ponies. I think we're gonna move over to the results page. How about we do that?
Yeah, results page is pretty simple. You get to watch the race. Select a transaction, which
Can you
is
see the
basically-
drop down menu?
No, of course not.
All right.
But-
Well, let me click the latest race. Can you see the latest race?
Yeah. For
Okay,
sure.
perfect. So I clicked the drop down menu just for everybody watching. I clicked the drop down menu, and there was the latest race was on the top, and I clicked that transaction that transaction number, or the race number rather, and this is what I got. And I clicked to start, and this shows the race that just took place, and our winner is number 3.
Number 3, and that was Nifty Race Kong.
Yeah.
And JDM Princess came in.
So I
6.
guess my trifecta in the last video, yeah, we know how that went.
But you can also see the results. Now go to results.
Very cool. Tell
Yeah,
us about
and so
this.
you can see who won. And then if anyone picked the trifecta, which nobody did, and if anyone picked a win, which nobody did.
Oh,
No one picked a successful one.
well,
Lots
hey,
of people picked one, but they didn't pick a successful.
it's practical. It's realistic, folks. You don't go to the horse races and just win because you know,
Yeah.
you're here. So that's cool. I mean, what
And
more?
so one thing that we want to do with the results page is race it is on the blockchain. And that doesn't make a lot of sense from a layman term. What I want to do is give it a date and a time and a race number, just like it has on the ticket page when you pick them.
That would be
Oh,
cool.
same here, dude. That's
And
why I want to play the
the thing
lottery.
is,
Like literally.
You know what would be a cool upgrade and addition later on is, you know how you could look at your history when you game on any other platform.
Oh yeah,
So-
we're definitely going to do that for sure.
Yeah,
And have,
boys.
have like a profile that has all your wins and everything that happened, and so
Yeah.
that you can look back and the leaderboard as well.
I
And
mean,
Yeah,
I
we
think
need
our
a-
top jockey needs to get
Go
the
ahead,
most
Angel.
amount of
Or
love
Rob.
and attention, right? They're putting in the work. Let's
Yeah.
get them. Let's
for
get it.
sure, for sure.
Right. So, what more about the results page do we need to know?
I think that's pretty much it. There's going to be sound for the races. I already did a bunch of calls, and they're pretty silly, but I like them. And maybe we'll do.
Oh,
some
that one
more
was close.
time. Yeah, like that. It's kind of funny when I do it, but
Yes.
but essentially, that's pretty much it. You'll see the different levels there when there are some, and there's definitely going to be a few changes over time with that. But at the moment, that's kind of what we have.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we covered the site up to date right now, as far as what we have to offer and all the options. If you do have any questions, we will put some links below in the video, like we will in every other video. Resources, our chats, You can get a hold of us there. You can leave a comment on the Twitter, on the YouTube channel, anywhere, and we will get back to you if you have any problems. But Mike, do you want to drop our release date one more time?
So
Let people know to be ready. There's only 100 ponies being dropped.
June
I'm
30th,
buying like 10
9
myself.
a.m.
What are you doing,
We're
Mike?
not getting
I'll
any
say it
free
again.
ponies.
Oh,
We're not
yeah.
getting
No,
free
we're
ponies.
no,
bro.
we're buying. We're buying.
buying
too.
ponies.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I know people are buying a lot. 100.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we're buying,
God.
and there's not
I'm
going
like
to be any
super
free
excited about this
distribution here, so
damn
everyone's
mini
got to
game.
pay their
It's gonna be
way.
the shit.
And essentially, it's going to be June 30, 9 a.m. PST, and be there or be square.
Yeah.
Maybe. And we'll have a link for
Yeah, I
that
think it'll be.
in the description.
Yeah,
below.
it's gonna be
Mike,
fun.
don't age yourself by saying things like
Just need to
that.
get that code delivered. We'll be off to the
Okay,
races.
guys, thank you for being here again. Episode 4. There's going to be plenty more. We got a lot coming, plus what we're already doing. You're going to be surprised at these drops, and the excitement for Dust in general is going to be compounding very soon. This is just the beginning. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the game. More info to come.
Where's Riley and Pop at? Oh, that sucks.
It is probably like what, 5 a.m. there right now?
Oh, that's right. Riley in Hawaii. Why not? Oh man.
Do you have an idea how can you make any pony DNA stats or anything where they can make? I think how they could say German is Erbgut. What do you say on this?
What's that?
I think when the pony, when you produce, pony, when you level up, whatever, he have his stats. Can you not make the father's or mother's DNA or anything, any boost or whatever in this part? What can make a little better to start at the level 0 or anything? This is the idea from the DNA code.
So, what you're asking is depending on the mother and the father of the breeding pair that you choose, the result, will that have stats based on what pony and what XP they have?
Yeah, I think a little. I can say a little stats bony or whatever when you have a breeding a little random bony at the start when breeding new horse one have a notification or seeing out or any perks whatever that you can say. That's a little crazy to understand when German is not the best.
Yeah.
But I think
go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's okay. Say.
I think that once we're done with the getting all the details, the results page for each individual, and then when we integrate the breeding into that, you're gonna get an alert. Plus, I don't know if you're Mike. So depending on the breeds, it's gonna create its own individual breed, correct? But will it start at 0
Yeah.
XP?
Yes,
That's what I thought.
because it has no experience.
But it'll be a
cult.
rare breed, right? Because it has
Yeah.
the two breeding partners that created that. So now your 0 XP pony, if you were one of the first to breed, you're one of the first people to have it. And if you level it up,
Exactly.
then that's how.
And with these rare ponies, like there's only going to be 6 of those or whatever, right? So only 6 of people will have the genes to be able to breed traits out of those ponies into the rest of our ponies, essentially. So that'll make like their offspring even more rare. right?
That's why I was like curious why people weren't going so hard on the giveaways, because literally, like, some of these ponies that we've dropped in during the giveaways, there's only going to be 6 of them. And when you start to breed those ponies, I mean, honestly, right now, if somebody's selling one of their giveaway ponies and it's very cheap, you should probably buy it because there's only 6, straight up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. That in the future is going to be worth some good money too. I mean, we're putting it all into this, and we've got a lot of development coming. This is just the beginning. These ponies, I think, especially the ones that are 1 of 6, man, those are the genes you want for sure. But like I said, if you breed with this pony, that pony, and vice versa, you can cross them, especially as we start to release stuff. But I would get those limited ones right now. Go hard on those giveaways
if you can, for sure. I think we should drop, since we're going to do this LS Wax pool, I think we should drop the LS Wax video next. That makes sense.
We can do that. Also, too, we need to drop the giveaway for ownership, too. I think we're about at that point with the sale, or we can announce that to the few people that are in here, but we'll make a post about it. But if you own 15 ponies, we're doing a new giveaway for a rare breed. There's only going to be, I believe, 6 available of this breed. And if you own the first to own 15 ponies or more will get that. So you guys know that first. The community doesn't even know it. We were planning on dropping that news here, and we're going to continue to drop it as people come in. But yeah, if you own 15 ponies, you will get access to a rare breed if you're the first the first 2 in this sale to do it.
Yeah, that's super fun. And also, I talked to Elshaf about implementing a system where you can like randomly pick your tickets. So essentially, you don't have to go through 50 tickets or however many tickets you have and pick them all, because I know that can be pretty time consuming. So if you want to do that, you can just kind of do like a random lottery pick for all your tickets every time you tack up. So that's in the works as well, just so that multiple ticket holders don't have to spend quite as much time doing all the work of picking and stuff. Do we have anyone else that wants to speak today, guys?
Sunday fun day, man. Jeez. Yeah, Sundays are usually like weekends and everything. People already have their normal spaces that they go to. It's a little tough, but we definitely wanted to do this just to start the spaces for you guys. We'll be doing this pretty regularly now. And we'd love to get you guys on here. Also, too, community members that are there every day. We'd love to get you on live streams, get you on the videos, hear your opinions. It's kind of important to us.
Yeah, Arnie was saying that Waxdow is looking to get the CPU rentals picked up because they actually offer the cheapest CPU on chain. So you guys, if you're listening, you should go do your CPU stuff at Waxdow if you need to rent. I always do because I find it fairly easy and super convenient. It's just in the tool section. And I actually really like renting CPU because I don't use it a lot, but I can understand where other people who do use it a lot might not find it as good of an option. But I definitely like using it because I don't use it a lot. So then I don't have to stake a bunch of wax to like have CPU. I can just like rent it for for a day or whatever, and it's a very low cost.
I never find myself having the need to rent CPU. I'm not like, is it just, I guess, what's the purpose of renting CPU if you like can afford?
So it just depends what you're doing. Like if you're playing a game or something like where you're doing a lot of transactions, then you'll eat it super quick.
I see.
So yeah. Whereas like if you're so say you're like Nifty Race won't ever do it because it's like every 6 hours or whatever, right? But say you're playing Alien Worlds or something, or another one of these clicker games where you have to click like every like minute or like every couple minutes or whatever, and you don't have a lot of wax stake, you're gonna run out of CPU pretty quick. So at that point, like you either need to have more wax stake so that you have more CPU, or you can just go rent CPU and it's super cheap. And then you just get it for the day. It's like for 24 hours, essentially.
I see.
Yeah. It's basically if you're doing a ton of transactions, you need it. But if you're just sending wax now and then you're never going to really need it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had like.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Feedback much?
Yeah. Not much at all.
That was interesting.
Yeah, usually I have enough wax.
Oh, because we have the Dingleberry speaker. Is that why?
That's exactly why. Because we're going to tell people about the upcoming Dingleberries drop.
Oh, shit. What's going on with the Dingleberries?
Oh, man. We'll talk about that later.
All
Dingleberries
right.
are dropping on base, buddy. Lots of support. Yeah, Dingleberries are switching it up. We're going to reach back out to our wax community and get them involved for sure. But the Dingleberries have been idle for too long, mainly because the artist has had a lot of problems and hasn't been able to like perform as much, with wax tanking and everything like that. He was just he's making so much money with his own business that he just doesn't have the time to focus on it. But now I've kind of convinced him to come back and do some stuff. I have people on base that are a part of multiple blockchains, like all over the place, to be honest with you, that are all going towards base right now to create this conglomerate essentially of successful projects, people who've had communities, people who are friends, and we're all dropping together and supporting each other on base, which is nice.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And I'm pushing them towards TON too as well, and that's the same thing like Nifty Race should be doing. It's of course moving in the direction of TON. But if base continues to be what it is currently, I mean, that would be another community to target. I mean, there's just no reason why we shouldn't, especially with the mini game coming in. There's no reason for our game to be one chain. All we're talking about is integrating assets for each blockchain, none conflicting with the other. It's there's
complementary ecosystems.
Correct. Yes. And now this one chain thing will go out the window. We don't need to do that. We need more volume.
I think people are already doing that. Like,
yeah, they are. Well, they're starting to think about it, whereas we already have plans,
Well, we've done it.
Yes.
Like Dust is on Polygon and we're on Ethereum too. Like we've done it. So this is just another iteration of that essentially. Right.
Correct. Yeah. That's the thing too, is like a lot of people are talking about doing it, but they don't even know anybody that's in the mix when it comes to base or TON or anything like that. And we surely do have all those connections, which makes it a lot easier for us, especially when it comes to Dingleberries, Nifty Race. Like, for most people who are just thinking about it, they don't know who to talk to, or, they don't have those relationships yet. We do. So it'll be an easier transition for us 100%.
Yeah.
Not transition, integration.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all about integration. IBC, right?
Got to get it.
Inter blockchain communication.
Rob, are you playing any Tapper games at the moment? Might not be.
I'm playing Hamster right now.
I'm
loving
playing.
that one.
I'm playing 2 games. This is the. Oh, wait a moment. It's wax based. We've cooperated with Ton. It's with this doggy part where they're making an Alcor, the advice, and what the other one is.
Hola.
¿Cómo vas?
Muy bien.
Oh, se fue.
Sí. Ligia se fue.
Amor, entonces, ¿qué necesitas?
Crypto Alpha is this what I'm playing? Just for fun, not really active.
Which one is that?
Crypto Alpha.
Crypto Alpha?
Right.
Okay, I haven't heard of that one. Mike, also too, for anybody in here, if you're playing Hamster Combat and you're like trying to get those key codes for all those mini games that are in the game, I got a bot that generates those. So, you know, for all the mini games that you have to accumulate keys for, I have a mini game that generates all the keys for you, so you don't have to do all the work. Just throw that out there. But I'm pinning up to the top, like my top list for mini games. The ones at the top are the ones that are doing airdrops first, like Baby Doge, Elon, and Hamster Combat. Those ones are doing airdrop. Hamster Combat first. Yeah, if you're not playing any of those, go ahead and do that.
There's a Hamster Combat like solution channel that I've been using actually. And it has all that stuff in it, which is pretty cool. But I find that like the key game, like I'm pretty good at it, and normally I just figure it out by myself after a couple of times. So
I'm talking about
there's solutions
games,
for all that stuff.
like the bike riding games, the cube game, like where you earn like.
I haven't played any of those. Like I because you have to download another app and stuff, right? So
you have to download.
I did that, and then it didn't open or something, and I was like, but I need to get back in there and check that out too.
Yeah, I mean, I would like today, but I have a bot that generates the codes that you need for those games. So if you play those games, you can get 4 keys per game, and there's about 4 games, I believe, right now. So that's a total of 16 keys a day that you could be getting, and I have a bot that just generates those keys for you. So you don't even have to play those.
What
games.
are the keys that are going to be used for? Like, do we know yet?
Nobody knows, but they're going to be a part of the airdrop, a major part of it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, Hamster Combat got smart, but they didn't get smarter than the community, because they tried to do all of this so they could take more time away from the other Tapper games. They realized that there was only a certain amount of time that people had to play their game per day, per hour even. And, you know, so rather than them allowing other Tappers to grow, what they created was more in-game games. So now these keys, which they probably have an idea for, hopefully, but you're earning these keys to further promote Hamster Combat. Then also it's taking more of your time to play their game and away from other games. It's fucking brilliant, to be honest with you. But that's why, you know, after this with Hamster Combat, the only games that are going to succeed are games like ours that have something new to bring to the space. Like stuff that's on the table for our mini games, yes, not just the one, games, haven't been done here yet, and haven't been done properly if they have been done. Nobody knows about them. When it comes to horse racing, there's nobody else out there doing a tap racing horsing game. And if they are, they have no history. They're just trying to pop it up overnight to steal our shine. But yeah, I think the only people who are going to make it in the mini game space, to be honest with you, if you're bringing something new, that's it. You can't like just do like, oh, I'm tap whiskey. Like,
well, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah,
right.
Nobody
There's
wants
a lot of new tappers that are just tapping for coins. And
but the core users like myself, the ones that play it all day, because I do, are just leaving other tappers in the dust to give attention to the ones that are potentially offering the most reward, which is like Hamster Combat, Musk Empire, Baby Doge, stuff like that, you know. But if you have something new and you're also, you look like a great prospect too, like you have that same thing, you know. And it's totally possible to get our mini game, a horse racing mini game, on some of these other mini games, you know, because they don't have that.
Well, and I think the one thing that our community has as well is that they know us and they know that we have Dust and Nifty Wizards and that we've been around. And so we actually have a product versus a lot of these other tappers that are just coming out that are kind of just like based on some random team that you don't know. And what have they ever done? And are they going to drop a coin? And
well, that's going to be our thing too. Is like, I'd say 90% of these tapper games, you don't even know who the people are creating them. You don't. That's like one thing we have going for us too, is like two things, actually. Three things. We have history. We're bringing something new to the table. Nifty Race, pony racing tapper game. And we're basically KYC. We're all doxed. I'm KYC. Like, I have my KYC, but you're doxed. You're fully doxed. The community knows who you are. They know who our leadership is. They know who our team is. So there's not a whole lot of tappers that even have a team, and let alone one person that's doxed. So, you know,
a team.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that?
Don't you just like hire a dev on Fiverr to make you one and then like distribute it and call it a day? Do we have anything else we need to talk about today?
I mean, we're just kind of chilling, just letting the audience grow and just answering questions. I mean, do you have somewhere to be?
No, I mean, like, do we have any other stuff we wanted to promote or like?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for the room to fill up a little bit and to get this link out to the rest of the Dust community. But yeah, I mean, we have lots to talk about, and we'd like to hear what the community would like us to talk about. I'm going to be on the Dingleberries thing. I'm running to the store real quick, so I'll still be here. Yeah, so those Dingleberries, let's get those out there.
Yeah, what's up? We're dropping a token or something like that, right? You're saying
it's a token, yes. But it's basically your average meme token with utility, though. I mean, once again, I said I'm doxed, fully KYC'd. Dingleberries artist is, you know, like people know who we are. So we're delivering IP ownership. There's a lot of, you know, I mean, just creations out there when it comes to art, merch, and everything like that. And the Dingleberries have something special when it comes to their art. We weren't able to fully utilize it on the Wax chain, but like I said earlier, we're gonna embrace the Wax community like we always have, but also start interacting with other chains at the benefit of our community. So when it comes to Wax, when it comes to the Dingleberries community, it'll only benefit any holder, anybody a part of the community, for us to get off, to go to other chains and start to integrate there. because they're just thriving. We want to get the brand out there. So firstly, will be a token launch. We have a lot of support on the base side. We have a lot of support on the ETH side. We're getting back in contact. We're getting back to engaging all the time with our community on Wax because we have so many people behind us on other chains. And it's mainly because of my personal account, like Ambidextrous. I've been doing a lot of reaching out and doing that stuff. So people already are familiar with it. Whales, investors, they already know about Ambidextrous first, but then the Dingleberries collection that I'm going to be pushing. They're excited about it, so they're ready to help me out once I start to make the major push. Right now, we're just trying to build a little bit more hype, make people aware of what we're doing. Once again, re-engage with the community on Wax, and get this thing kicking off.
I think definitely think the Wax community needs to come together and work together. I'm starting to see it more and more, which is amazing. And I think if we just keep doing it, then eventually the Wax chain can thrive, but also like bringing other people in from outside networks who kind of don't know about Wax yet, and leveraging those networks is super important too, right?
What's that?
I said bringing people in from other networks and like leveraging those networks and having them join the community, like because they heard about us on another chain or whatever, is a good thing too, right?
Oh yeah, totally. And that's my point too. It's like it only benefits us all, you know, like even just what the Dingleberries are doing and what Nifty Race is doing, especially, you know, going multi-chain, it gets attention on Wax. I mean, I can't tell you how many spaces I'm in all the time on my account because I'm networking a lot right now, and they don't even know they don't even know what Wax is. And these people have been in the game for years. They're seasoned holders. Oh, I've heard of EOS. Oh, I've heard of Wax, but they have no idea. So, you know, what we're doing essentially benefits all collections if you think about it. And there should be, you know, more collections on the Wax side teaming up with us to do this and work with us and not go do your own thing, go do this and do that, because really, if you help build us, Nifty Race, we can help build you because you're going to be a part of our core community with Nifty Race. And we're going to win no matter what. But I think where the point of failure at it is with a lot of people is they see people doing something and they try to do it on their own rather than work with them. You know, it's like they will start their own chat, they'll start their own token on another chain, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe you should support the one that gave you the idea first so we can build together. Then you also come up, you know, do it simultaneously. Yeah. But it's so common where, you know, you start to build things and then rather than everybody in leadership working together, they start to build their own thing and then neglect the one thing that brought them all together. I've seen that happen a million times.
Yeah, you definitely need to keep building on what you have and iterate. I think that that's super important as well. And I find it frustrating when other people kind of just move on to the next thing and try and make that work instead.
Yeah. Like, I get it. If you're a project creator, then like that's a no-no. If you work for other people, look, I mean, I get it. You got jobs and shit, but for creators out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about specifically.
Yeah. For creators out there. Work more with us. We got the biggest network on Wax. I mean, which is huge. I mean, world. Sorry, it's a little loud in here. I'll get right back on.
Yeah, definitely have one of the largest networks. I have over 100 channels mining dust. And Discord a little bit too. We got to do more there. But yeah, we're expanding, and Nifty Race is another key part of that. So I'm excited about Nifty Race and the future of Nifty Race and breeding. Kalshef almost has almost all the contracts done for that, so that's cool. It's going to be super fun to like do art for that stuff too. A lot of this I've kind of patterned off different horse racing games that kind of have like breeding functionality, and it's going to be interesting to see how things pop up, because I think a lot of it's going to be like random number generator traits eventually and stuff too, and it's going to be super fun. I can't wait to see the new personal results page too. We'll get a front end done for that, so it looks dope. Rob, you still here, buddy?
Hold on a minute, Isaac.
Got any questions for us?
Not at the moment. But then see the next part when you make the next stream. I have now I'm not really understand. There is many what happens in the Dust community, and I hope I can make any Dust group, but I have only 60 viewers on my little group, and will be active now, but not really long. I hope I can make a project or any enchanters with your help.
What is your idea for a project?
That's many ideas, but
You might not be able to give that away. You don't have to give away your Jeep.
I'm not going to steal it, but somebody might. I'm not going to claim somebody else won't.
But I have a question. I don't know. The ponies is a new part one, and then mini enchanters was the calculated. How many give the ponies on the ticket to the mini enchanters?
So, how many gift ponies are there? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, per message. You know there is a mini enchanter bonus on the NFTs of the NFT.
So, I think what you're asking is how many ponies are we giving away for the giveaway for the top XP? And the answer is we're going to do one for each. So the top XP for both ponies and tickets are going to win a Bojack Horseman. And then we also have the giveaway that we did for our Give Labs, and we had 2 winners there. And we'll be doing more of that stuff in the future as well.
But I hear about
Was that
this.
what you were asking?
I see. I'm not the real understand this system when you're stacking 100K on the
Maybe they have Robot?
Come from here. Because
Sorry, Rob, I didn't hear that. Can you say it again, please?
no problem. I think there is a part with I cannot understand, not really understandable how economic this is. When you're stacking 100K of dust and make some order pool where you have better wax earning, but I don't understand this part on the.
Okay, so when you stake 100,000 because right now you have the option when you're picking your tickets. So you have the option to either pick a win, which means you get to pick which horse you think will win the race, or you can pick a trifecta, which means you can pick the first, second, and third place all in a row, which is super hard. But when you stake 100,000 dust, you can pick both of those options. And all you have to do is stake that dust. And then whenever you want, you can take it back, but then you'll lose that privilege of being able to pick both options, essentially. So it kind of just gives you like a little bit more sort of value for your ticket, because you can use it more often, essentially like 2 times per pick, rather than just picking either a trifecta or a win. You get to pick both, essentially. Does that clear up your question for you?
Yeah, I understand. That's a little multiple boost. I understand.
It's kind of like a bonus for staking, essentially, right? So it gives dust a little bit more liquidity, hopefully, because people will want to like lock it up, and then there won't be as much on the open market. So there should be more wax liquidity, ideally.
I'm really honest. I'm not the swap dust. I'm earning it, give away when it is going, or buy but not now, buy a new enchanter. I think this is the best way when you can hold it and not dumping. That's problem on the all communities is really not many liquidity. That's dumping the market. It's a problem at the starting with every coin, I think.
Well, that's also the nice thing about Nifty Race, right? Because it allows you to use your dust to upgrade. And as well, like if you want to be breeding higher level ponies, like if you want to breed a level 4 pony, you're going to need to pay in dust for that privilege. Essentially, like you can breed a level 0 pony basically with what you win from the game, but if you want to breed higher level ponies, then you're going to have to pay in dust. So that's even more liquidity for dust. And then also, like, I'm taking half of the ticket sales and I'm going to buy dust with that when I think it's time. Like right now, I'm turning it into tether because I don't want to hold it in wax. But when the time comes that we can buy some wax and then buy a bunch of dust with it, like that's also going to happen. So there's going to be more liquidity coming from that too.
Yeah, we need to find a way to include the rest of these communities too, because it's it's a lot of work for Nifty Race to get take on the blunt of that work.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're up to the challenge.
I think the tapper will help a lot.
What's that? Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, 100%. It will. Especially with like the in-game currency and conversion and direction, stuff like that. It'll make sense.
Yeah.
essentially we just want to make dust as deflationary as possible. It's only going to benefit every single community that has a dust mine, or anybody who has any dust assets. And little by little, we will find a way to integrate.
But the thing is, there is only 400 ponies at the moment before the first breeding starting. That's right.
No, there's going to be 500. But still, yes, they're very limited.
Which, then when it comes to the breeding aspect, once the communities do start to come in, because they will, I mean, most of them are earning dust already. They want to, and have dust. They want to see the token go up. So they will support. We're making a video as much as we can and interacting with these communities. And it's a huge network that Dust has. It's so huge that, once the breeding starts to happen, those ponies are going to be so valuable. The ones that you hold at a higher XP, so valuable. The rare ones, especially with the giveaways, super valuable. People are going to be looking for an in on the game, especially after we integrate the assets on our mini game too, because that's what they're used to.
Yep. And then when things get out of whack that way, then we can drop another pony too, right?
Yeah.
We have the Welshie that we can drop. And
also too, once we start to go
be the next pony,
you're bringing in more audience,
but not
right?
until we sell everything out for the Sheffy.
Yeah, but that's the whole plan too, is like we're not just relying on the wax community to do that anymore. We have plans to take this multi-chain and bring in new people, which I have connections with. Mike has connections with. We already have connections with communities that are supporting us and will support us once we go multi-chain. So the work's already been done, most of it, but once we start to get out there, it'll start to grow. In this echo chamber that we live in, will expand. New people will start to show up. New holders will start to show up. It's going to be great.
People will use the tech too. They'll be like, wow, this tech is amazing. Like, I got to use this. And they'll start to realize, like, what's up, That's the other thing. It's like, this chain isn't just like for shits and giggles. You can actually do shit here. And people are going to fucking start to wake up to that fact pretty quick.
I think so too. I mean, with Ton coming into the mix, it's going to be a little hard at the moment, for sure. Because most projects, especially on Wax, are leaning towards that. They're pivoting 100% just towards Ton. And if they haven't already,
but I don't think Ton has fees still, right? So it's like,
but they also have
certain projects you won't be able to operate there.
Yeah, but they also have volume. So
like,
it's like, do you go where you have like 10% volume, or do you go where they have a little bit of fees and they have like 100% more volume? That's
obviously, but what I'm saying is that they'll probably end up using tech from other chains to be able to accomplish things that they want to accomplish on Ton or any other chain. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Especially if you're a Wax project, it'd be brain dead to not. I mean, anything that I could use fucking Wax for, I would use 100%. The rest of the chains are still trying to catch up.
Wax. Only Wax. I think this best system of order. There is too many people saying that nobody know about Wax, but the system is the best one. I think. I don't know what happened in the background in the Wax community there and dumping so hard, but I'm sure that is it. Without fees, a fair play system. You grow Wax with when you're stacking, you have all what you need. I don't know. That's so easy. Make projects. Not other one need big industries to make anything about this. But with Wax you can. When you're a creator or you're drawing anything, you can make this from starting on the end on the day. You can make your art in seconds. I think this is the best one. I don't know. That's my.
I agree. And you know what also too is you can do that on almost any chain now too. And it's easily, the only difference now between certain chains is the fees 100%. But the funny thing about you saying that is I've been in Wax since 2020 and a lot of you guys have been here before me. I do think we'll see another run from 2020 to 2023 like we had, or 2022 ish like we had before with Wax again. But you know, when it comes to other chains, I've watched them over the years. When we had these tools years ago, barely developed these tools that they're using now on other chains. So we've had this for a long time. We've had something special for a long time. It's just that leadership of Wax really didn't do any marketing, so nobody knew we were here. Besides, if you were collecting Funko Pops or collectible cards, stuff like that.
No, man.
You know, so it's not impossible. I actually think we'll see another bull run for Wax, but it's gonna take some time, 100%, because people just really don't know that we're here. They're starting to catch on, and with the more bridging that comes into play, the more social platforms like Telegram that are integrating a lot of chains, the more of that, the more people you'll see on cross chain for sure. But
dude, you watch. We're gonna have it alt run in the spring.
Yeah, Wax has had something special for a long time, and they're continuing to develop. So and that's the thing, is we're developing things that other chains don't even have yet, too. You know, so like it's
Wax
pretty cool.
innovates and other people copy.
Correct. Yes, all day. Wax is my heart, but I know as a business owner and somebody who's trying to bring value to all of you that are in here and the entire community, all the dust holders, but just the entire ecosystem. I know that going cross chain is what's better for everybody, because it doesn't matter what chain you're on. It's essentially like, does it matter what dollar you're spending with me? If it makes my patrons money, the people who are giving us money for Nifty Race or for anything that we're selling, any product, it only behooves me and you for me to find more people to buy it. And all another blockchain is another form of currency. We just need to figure out how to take it and integrate that with what we're doing. We don't have any intentions.
It's just like a franchise in another city or something.
We're just adding. Yeah, we're just adding.
Yeah, you can't confine yourself to one network, because you're just basically like asking everybody to come there, and that's not going to happen. Like,
never. I will not.
No. And this is the future of crypto. I think, like, people talk about one chain ruling all and stuff, and it's like, I don't think it's ever going to be like that. Like, because the beauty of crypto is that we essentially get to choose which token we value the most, and like that's a personal decision. So you don't have to like take the US dollar anymore, or fucking like Cordova or whatever the currency be in your country. Like, you can use crypto for that. You can say, oh, I want to use USDT, like, oh, I believe more in Bitcoin, or like, I like Ethereum, or I like Ripple, or whatever. Like, you're the one that gets to choose where you put your money. And at the end of the day, like, that's more freedom than allowing the powers that be to control the currency that we use on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, especially once we do the multi-chain. We'll be able to integrate like exchanges within our Telegram, which we can already, but they don't accept Wax. I'm sure they will soon, but they accept Ethereum, Ton, you name it, they accept it, and you can easily exchange it within our Telegram now to make these purchases for assets, and it'll be the same community. They're just spending different money than you're spending. You know, whether it be ETH, Ton, Wax, Soul, it doesn't matter to us. We want to build a community. You know, we want to make
just
your
Nifty Race community.
We sell these 500 ponies out and we continue to build this. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter what chain these people are on, they're going to be trying to buy your ponies. They're, especially when you start breeding, they're going to be trying to buy your ponies. They're going to be trying to buy all your stuff. There's going to be a limited amount of all of this stuff. And I'm telling you, the stuff that we're giving away is going to have more value than the stuff that we're actually selling later. I'm sorry to say that, but like, early adopters right now have no idea how much value they're already going to get with what we're doing. This isn't like what has happened in the past with Dust. And I'm just going to say that shit, to be honest with you. This is new leadership, new people at the helm, new people working and grinding, finding solutions for the problems. Because I was a community member just buying enhancers just like you were not too long ago. I was just a community member of Dust not that long ago. And I've noticed the same things that everybody else has noticed. Mike's noticed them too. And we're working together to fix all that shit. So when it comes to Nifty Race, this is the beginning of something new for everything. And it's going to be the outlet for everything. The mini game is going to be the outlet for anything. If you're building a project, you're a creator, we're going to be able to put you in our task lists if we want to, and we think that your game or your project is good enough. We'll be able to advertise through our mini game. And that's how we're going to really bring the whole wax community together, is within our game and incentivizing people to come together and do that.
And the show too, and having people on the show. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we need to do like wax community discussions on the show and stuff. I think that would be really fun. We could do that. All sorts of cool stuff. Like there's so many opportunities with this that we can leverage.
Well, we are already doing it. We just need to stay consistent. And now that we're doing the spaces, we're going to be doing those more. The videos we're still doing. Technically right now we're live streaming on X and YouTube. And we're doing a spaces here at the same time. So we're doing it.
Hell yeah, buddy.
The thing
Super
is,
excited about Nifty Race.
what I think.
Go ahead.
Sorry, about Dust. When what we can do, there is so many streaming platforms, and Twitch or whatever. The chat is all the same. We can make earn with chatting in the stream on the live stream on the players, and we can build a bot or whatever you can earn with this community. The same what we can do in the Telegram. I think this is the best way to make grow many people. They understand what Dust and what wax is and how many potential you can do with this. This is one way where you can explore the best way to make advice, I think.
Yeah, I've always said that I'd love to see chat mining on like every messaging application in the planet, essentially. Definitely is a very powerful idea and something that we'd like to see grow for sure. Elshaf used to know how to do it for Twitter too, and then they shut that down because now that's all private APIs and stuff, so you can't even do it for Twitter anymore apparently.
There's a new X.
But there's lots of other platforms.
There's a new X created. It's on Soul. Did you know that? It's fully operational. They give rewards out. There's no limits, no nothing. But it's only on Soul right now.
It's a new X?
Basically, it's a copy of X, but it's all blockchain.
Oh.
I gotta find the link for it.
Well, there's also that ton social media too that I sent you the other day, right?
Oh, yeah. So that's also something. So that is gonna probably kill what they built on Soul. Yeah. But I don't know the mechanics of that yet, because on Soul, you can instantly monetize your X account. There's no limits. There's a good system for people that can buy your token. So you don't even have to like offer it for sale. It just is for sale once you start to post. And people basically buy these tokens that are, I guess, essentially shares of your profile. And
does it post it actually on Twitter, or is it like its own separate network?
It's its own separate network.
Right. That's something that would be crazy. If you could develop like a third-party app that would post on Twitter that fucking was on the blockchain or something.
Well, they already have that tech for that. So like, not GiveLabs. What's the other? I used to use another tool that automatically scheduled for X, Instagram, this, that, and the other. So that side is already developed. It's integrating that tool into your new platform, which is totally doable. I mean, it's not anything you have to create.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You just have to want to do it. That's what you need to do.
So I'm not doing that shit.
No, I mean like Elon has to want to do it, essentially.
When shine.
Yeah, right?
Shin, whatever the fuck it was. Kurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Kurt.
Yes.
But one question: how many people working on this Nifty Race system? But where I come this idea? Where's the head of this idea?
From my head, and I was playing different racing games on my phone and just like kind of looking at mechanics of how they would work. Because I've always wanted to make a game for Nifty Wizards, essentially to like. Because my big thing about tap mining and RPG, like Telegram RPG, is that there's no visual or like very little visual stimulation there, and a lot of people are very visual. So I kind of thought, like, if we had something that was more visually oriented, then it would be easier for people to get integrated kind of on the back end. And so I've just been playing these horse games, and I was like, how can I make this into a blockchain game? And I kind of thought it through and thought through like all the mechanics of how we would take dust out of the system with it, and use our NFTs, and then I was just like, put it on paper and figure out how it would work. And I think it worked out pretty well so far. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Mike, Connor said you need to sell him a unicorn or he quits. No, I'm joking. I tell you, people are sleeping on these giveaways. I don't like, you gotta do the math on it. Like, I think it's just
a
like
unicorn.
Like we're not
I
promoting
have
it.
the only one unicorn. That's my lucky what I'm buying for at the on moment. Only one, I think.
Man,
Min 6 or so. I don't know.
Wizards don't like to give up their unicorns, bro. Seriously.
I don't see that happening. I think who is the other person? The Sugar Queen. Where is she? Yeah, she needs to get up in here. Did you send this post to her in her chat?
Yeah, I put it in her chat. She even liked it. She was busy. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. She was super cool.
She's
That was
probably working.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a super fun interview for sure.
Yeah, but she's one of the her and somebody else is the only. Is that you, Rob? That's the other holder of the unicorn.
Piers is in here too.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Piers? What are you doing?
You gotta call them by their handle, bro, because I don't. You keep on calling by their first names. I have no idea who you're talking to.
Rare Rugged. That's Piers from Pixel Tycoon or from Rare Rug Apes. Remember that interview?
Of
That
course.
was super fun too. Yeah.
I love, dude, it was so good. That was like, I'm telling you, like these interviews, I don't think there's one that's been like uncomfortable or weird. Like there was one
they're
where
all super fun.
well, like, whatever, but like all of them have just flowed really cool. Like especially that one with Pixel Tycoons. Oh, that was funny.
Rare Rug Apes is Pixtalgia.
I mean sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play way too many tappers right now, so forgive me. I eat, breathe, and sleep it.
No, I said Pixel Tycoons first, and then I was like, no, Rare Rug Apes.
Okay.
So I totally fucked you up on that. My apologies as well.
I knew what you were talking
but
about.
Yeah, Pixtalia.
Exactly which interview.
I had fun playing Pixtalgia, like when I was doing the little video clip for the show. Like I was trying to like do really well so it didn't look like I sucked super bad. And that thing's fucking hard, man. I like that game. It's super fun.
Yeah. I got to get back in there. It's just everything with this tapper has been owning me. Creating this nifty race tapper has been owning me. It's supposed to be easier than this. I know it is.
Fun with development. Development's always fun, isn't it?
I love it. It's like
it's not the development, it's the people part that's fun.
You would think after like 3 years of doing this shit that I would I always got a plan B. 100%.
It's literally herding cats. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as working with artists. No hate on any artists out there because I love y'all. I always have brought you into the space, but I'm just saying, like, it's my struggle. It's real. developers and artists, they're so diva sometimes. I'm just like, dog, why?
We love them.
We do.
We love
need
them.
We need them all. They probably feel the same way about me. They're like, fuck,
We love them.
shit. What's wrong with you? Why don't you again? I'm like, okay, well, I guess let's meet somewhere in the middle.
It's always about meeting in the middle, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's usually like a 25-75 give, but I don't mind being the 25 once in a while. All the time.
All the time, once in a while, all the time.
Just give the illusion of a meet in the middle situation.
Somebody else has to talk. What about you, buddy? Huh, Joel?
We need to schedule a speaker for next week. This is just a random space that we did. But next week,
Yeah.
we should pull up on whoever we've done a video with and say, hey, we got the spaces.
Yeah.
Post the spaces. You'll be our featured guest, maybe even one or two
Sure.
people. And we'll have them up here,
sure.
conversation with two different communities. Yeah, I say we do that.
Yeah.
Who's
Sounds
hosting
fun.
spaces in Wax right now? Because I was just a part of that space with Mike D. So I'm gonna go to Mike D's profile real quick because he was just in a pretty big Wax space. It was decent. It was only a couple hundred people, but for Wax, it's pretty good.
Was that he was talking about Ellis Wax and stuff?
He was just in the spaces recently.
Do you remember what the topic was?
No, I'm trying to remember the collection that was hosting it because we all know it. Give me a second. I'm sure he reposted it in his profile. So let me just find that. Wax Fusion.
We gotta put. That's gonna be our next video because I want to do that at the same time as Alex Wax, which I gotta do today. So
Let's do that. It was, where's the damn space at? Oh, he's reposting
what's
stuff
up,
on
Joel?
Page. That's right.
You hear me?
What's going on, buddy? I can hear you.
Oh, it's chilling. Not much.
Nice. Are you
I wonder
no
if,
working today?
No work. I'm off today.
Nice. Back mowing lawns tomorrow.
Yeah, mowing the grass.
I love your pictures, dude. They're fucking super awesome. That course looks amazing.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's cool.
What was your question, bro?
I was like, to level up the tickets, like it's taking me so long, like, because I always forget to like race. So it's taking forever to level up, and like I can only pick level 0. You know.
It's 144 races, dude, to level up your ticket.
What about if you use dust to like level up faster? Something like
Because
that.
then you're paying for like the experience. So I don't know. We could talk about doing that, but
we
I kind
did
of
talk about that, Mike, through the mini game. So we actually have talked about that already, and I think it should be implemented everywhere at the same time. Because to answer your question, I think we should offer boosts essentially that come in the form of paying dust, and that it also be a deflationary mechanism for the game as well as a money making opportunity, so we can keep the lights on.
But
Sure.
how do we balance that so that whales can't just buy everything?
You don't balance it.
That's why.
You don't, and that's the thing is like that's how it works in the real world. Unfortunately, we want to give a fair chance to everybody, and the majority of people, let's just be honest, they might not be whaling in to get to the back. But as a business, even the holders should respect the fact, even if you're a holder of one pony, should respect the fact that some people do have an advantage. You have to pay for that, and that just makes more for the game. Anything that goes into the game makes the game better. You know, if there's a selfish individual out there, which there always is, and I get it, sometimes they don't do the math on this. This actually benefits them. More volume, more attention, you get like all of that. So I don't see that being an issue, and we shouldn't make it an issue. Somebody will bring it up, but at the end of the day, it's like and your dust bags start to inflate, you're gonna really start crying. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Your assets, your in-game assets are starting to go up where they just, they were kind of stagnant, maybe plateaued a little bit, definitely rare, whatever they are, but now they're being used in the game. And now those go up too. So now your NFTs and your dust bags are going up. Like it's just
so at some point the limit on this is what they're gonna pay, essentially.
Pretty much. Yeah. And it could be where it's tiered. So every time you try to do it again, it goes at a higher cost and a lower XP. So if you really want to
I mean, like if you want to be super badass, then you're gonna have to pay so much that you're gonna like take a bunch of dust out of the ecosystem and make it super expensive.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like if we can do that, and like I said, like the first purchase may be where you get a certain amount of XP, and then the price for the level 2 of that booth is like if the price goes up, the XP goes down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's not just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
But here's the question: how many ponies do you have, and which one is now level 2?
That would probably be Roy, because he's been playing the most, and I think he has like 20 of them.
Damn.
Yeah. No, he didn't fuck around. And I think he was smart to do that personally, but
oh no, I think he knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has the race been going on for? I know.
Since what did we drop like the first 28 out? Do you remember the date? So a month.
Yeah.
Basically. Almost, no. And then before that, like we were.
Did that still count for the stuff right now? Or?
No, because they used alpha ponies, so none of their XP
I
like
so anything from the 28th on of last month was new shit. Any stuff that was from before, the non-sold.
It's on completely different NFTs.
Yeah.
So it doesn't affect the Sheffies at all.
Okay, so they had to start all over, right?
Yeah, they had to buy new assets and start all over again. Essentially, the only benefit that alpha testers got was to be able to play.
Yeah. And you do have those ponies still. Like, if this game becomes the #1 most played pony game in the world, you'll have rare assets.
Or they could trade their alpha ponies for I don't know, #1 plus they use dust or something.
Maybe alpha ponies will be a collector's item in the future.
I gotta
interesting.
I gotta turn up Nifty Wizards because I can barely hear that dude.
Yeah, my mic is garbage.
Okay, I thought it was me. All right.
So we're going to Ton Dust.
Fuck yeah.
Ton, yeah. All the cap game I've been playing is Wolfie Tap. That's it.
I gotta get on Wolfie Tap. Can you send me a link? Actually, do you have my Telegram? Or if you just drop it in Nifty Race, that'd be cool too. I don't care.
It's on Telegram, but it's just a tap game. I think Wax is behind it, so it's doing really good.
Yeah.
Price-wise.
I've heard good things about it. How many?
I had the airdrop, and I never even sold my airdrop yet, and it's up like shit ton.
Oh shit! They already did their airdrop.
Yeah, I had the 10K Wax, and I got the airdrop or something.
Damn. Yeah, I slept on Wolfie. I was just too busy.
And I just kept buying it with my friggin' Bolt rewards from Wax, so it came in CPU.
See, that's what I mean. Like, we should really be doing the same thing that they did.
You know what they did?
That Wax Fusion. We should do something with Wax Fusion, man. I think so.
We're doing it. Alex Wax pool today.
Yeah.
I just talked to Arnie, and he's gonna give us fucking. He's gonna give us some tokens to do that. So I'm super stoked. But you know what Wolfie did, right? What? Guess why the price went down for wax? Guess what they've been doing? They've been dumping a shitload of wax and putting into Woofy, dude. That's why Woofy's going nuts.
They said most of the trading on Ton. They say most of the trading is on Ton.
Yeah.
Like all the volumes from Ton. But they're
From
on
Ton.
base- they're on
There's
base
Woofy on
too.
Ton now or Sol?
They're on Ton and base, I think.
It was on Sol first.
Yeah, it was on Sol, then it went to Wax. Now I think they're on base and Ton. I think.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that part.
Because the Woofy
But
tap game
also-
is on Ton.
Right.
It's on Ton, yeah.
But
It's
isn't
not
it a different token? Isn't
Yeah,
it
you
like
get
pause
pause.
or something? And does it actually issue pause or is it like that's coming?
It's in the game. You can't use paw yet.
It's yeah, exactly. It's just a in-game token, right?
500 billion Woofy, I think.
Yeah, but how are they going to issue pause
Yeah.
if pause is already baby Doge's ticker for their in-game currency? That's going to be weird.
I don't think they're gonna make paw a coin. I think it's just in game like currency. You can't use it really. It's like in game, you know.
I see. Okay.
It's not on the blockchain.
That they'll
really.
then like
Yeah.
transfer to Whoopi maybe or something in the
makes
long
sense.
run.
Yeah,
So
there'd
they
be a
said-
conversion rate.
With the sales from Tom, they're gonna buy Woofy and burn it.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. I mean, that's kind of what we're
'Cause
doing.
Don't we burn dust every time we go to a new chain?
As we
Yeah.
accumulate sales, we burn dust.
Yeah.
So more chains, more sales.
Because
more
when we
burn.
have to burn a bunch of dust on wax, if we go to Ton,
Essentially,
If we move dust over to ton, yes.
we gotta
Yes.
burn a bunch of wax, Ton on wax. Or
correct.
dust on wax, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending
so-
at the conversion rate that we do it, but we'll probably do the same thing as Polygon.
and that's the shit too that we're talking about with like how like people, especially in the wax, this
I
is
haven't used
ground floor
Polygon
right now.
forever.
What's that?
I haven't used Polygon for quite a while.
I know. We
Same.
need
had a
to
lot of
get back to
problems,
that
though, like-
ecosystem too.
They had a lot of problems with the blockchain too, though. Like, it kept freezing up. Like
Yeah,
too many transactions and shit.
I'm hoping we can integrate multiple chains into the dust miner game because that's when we'll be pushing Polygon probably the most. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but at that point we'll be probably pushing the Polygon a little bit more. But at that point, I think we'll have already integrated with other chains. So you know you won't be at the mercy of just Polygon as far as maybe in game how you can connect to the game.
It just be an option to connect to the
Yeah.
game.
'Cause I've
Yeah,
never played the
MetaMask.
Minecraft game either because I don't have Minecraft.
Right. It's pretty fun.
It is
We
honestly
need to get more people in there.
the Dust Miners game, once we start to kick off this mini game and Nifty Race gets fucking popping, I can't wait to start pushing the Dust Miners because that game is fucking crazy. It's a fucking first person shooter. You can fucking run around in the world and mine dust. You literally just run around there and mine
Yeah.
cubes of dust. And you can get
You
shot.
take
while
each
doing
other
it.
out.
Yeah, you can get sniped.
It's so funny. You're like mining dust and getting
Get
shot
shot.
at the same time.
You guys like my art?
Yeah, man. Have you seen Joel's memes?
My degen horses, basically.
I haven't. I need to
Dude, you
follow-
got to go check them out in the chat. They're super funny.
I am following you. What the fuck? Nice.
Yeah, I made a bunch of art one day. I was bored.
Oh, is it in the
Degen ponies.
Nifty Race chat?
Yeah,
I
if
think
you
I
go in the
posted it
Nifty
there.
Race chat and you select like media,
Yeah, I'm looking.
you'll see all the images.
They're funny.
What? You know how to use Telegram?
I think so. I might. Teachable moment.
It's a skill, man.
Actually, Mike, you know you're the first person. Remember, because like I was earning dust and I was in dust chats and I was still new. And instead of like editing my message, I would just like if I put like a weird "you" inside the next message, I would just put "you." with a star. You'd be like, oh, you can edit your messages. You don't have to put another message in here to correct your message, like a text. I was like, oh shit, I can edit messages.
I've taught a lot of people a few things about Telegram.
God.
Yeah. I've been using Telegram for like 10 years now, almost.
Fucking A, dude.
It's definitely evolved a lot since I first started using it, especially with the whole ton thing and everything. That's been huge for Telegram.
Yeah. It has been. Yeah, so maybe we'll talk about having I guess since we're doing this with Mike D, maybe you can message him and say, hey, would you guys like to be on the show next week? And let's start to get that out there for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed he just did a live stream, I think. Mike D, like one of his first ones, live stream.
Yeah, Mike's doing more lives now
Nice.
that he came on our show. If you've noticed his posts, now he wants to get back out there. He should just team up with us. Like, I want to message a dude and be like, okay, look, you're going to be doing your own thing for sure, but we need to do like a group thing. That's fun.
He made Wax Scout too. Like, he made Wax Scout. And now he's Wax Fusion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to just
so I was holding, like, you know, Alcor, they have the LSW. Alcor.
Yeah. That's their new token.
But, like, I didn't feel like I was getting anything for it. No, there was no, like, there was some airdrops at the beginning, but then I wasn't getting really nothing, so I sold it. I got the LS Wax now.
Yeah, something about Alcor that, like, I've never got why they haven't really exploded like they're supposed to. It's just like they're the only people out there doing it. And I got nothing against Alcor. They're not doing anything wrong. I just think they could be so much bigger.
Yep. I think Avril just does it, like, has time to develop tech a lot, and marketing is not his strong suit.
Like, you can't even get, like, there's not even decent banners space there. It could be like another revenue stream. Well, because I know.
I could give you his handle if you want to consult
I know
for him for free. I'm sure he'd be happy.
Also Russian. The guy. Do What You Love artist is one of the artists that I help here, and I helped here in the space. He's also a Russian, and he knows the guy. He knows that dude, like, personally. They're friends.
I know Avril too. He's fun. I don't know him, like, in person, but
maybe they don't want the attention. Like,
it doesn't seem like it.
Attention, then, like, I don't know, people might go after him. You know, like.
I think you're right about that, because there's a reason why he's doing it that way, 100%. But he's already.
That sounds like Wax.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, you're not doing enough to get bigger. You're doing enough to make yourself money. Like that's Wax. You're not doing enough to make us money. You're doing enough to make you money.
Too funny.
So we're gonna see some mini games on the race website.
Oh yeah. For sure.
It's gonna be a mobile app first, right?
It's a mobile app, but you'll have web, you'll have
It won't be right on the Pony site. Like, you go right onto there. Like,
you'll be able to use it on your desktop as well. So, like, you'll be able to click it,
but not on the Nifty Race site. No.
So what
it's a completely separate product.
It'll be a thing where you can click from the Nifty Race site, and you'll be able to interact with your desktop and browser rather than just mobile.
My phone, like, I never
right.
use my phone when I play Nifty Races. I always do on my computer.
Well, actually, the desktop version could be integrated into the website. Like, it's literally just on our server as Nifty Race, whatever, but
we want them
like
to essentially interact with each other. So we want Nifty Race to be on the app just as easily as we want the app to be on niftyrace.com.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
So we don't have to get a new domain is what I'm saying.
Oh, no, we don't need a new domain at all. This is all going to be run out of Telegram and our current browser.
Yeah. So we can just run it on our server. And so then it will, the desktop version will be a part of Nifty Race.
an app on Telegram, like for the game?
It's an app on Telegram, yeah, that you can, but you, instead of being limited to using it only on your mobile, like a lot of these tappers are, you're going to be able to use it on your desktop as well.
Okay, yeah, because Wolfie, you can only use your phone, Wolfie Chat.
I think a lot of them you can.
They're sleep.
What we need before the NFT Wizard race completely, we need for kids, we need a pony with Dust logo or so anybody merchandising to sell the real asset, then that's the best one. Merchandising is really crazy. We need one.
We've talked about releasing limited stuff within the mini game itself, like the free-to-play portion, which won't interact with the actual paid version of our game, but you'll be able to get the gist of what we're doing on the paid version of our game through our mini app eventually. We have a free-to-play for every single other game, for the miners as well. Then even when you're earning dust without any enhancers, it's just like we have a free-to-play version for sure, but they're going to be integrated, and the free-to-play will not affect our paid version of the game for sure, but we want to give people a taste of what they could be doing also on the paid version of that through the app. And people who have assets through niftyrace.com will have benefits. We'll have perks within the mini game themselves already to incentivize people to buy more of the assets.
Yep.
And then once
That's
again,
super
with
cool.
our task section that every single tapper has, it'll incentivize everybody. So we have like 5 people here, but if we have the tapper game up and running and we're giving them our race token, they're going to probably repost it, show up, do all this stuff, and we'll see a larger audience once we have that popped off. I think the mini game is going to be our hub for marketing and an outlet
Marketing for the Dust
collections.
ecosystem.
Yeah, marketing for the Dust ecosystem, but just for the Wax ecosystem and any partners, any chain that we get into, they're going to be wanting to be on our task section where we're incentivizing people to do all of the things: repost, show up, build with us, buy shit. But when it comes to that mini game specifically, I think you're going to start to see the benefits once we integrate the assets into the game for sure, because then people will start to want to buy the limited 500 ponies from you guys. They will, but beyond that, you guys will be early adopters that have benefits over people who are just playing for free.
For sure. It'll be interesting to see with the breeding too, how that works out. Like, there's going to be some pretty rare ponies born and stuff. And so be interesting to see how that market looks in a year or two kind of thing. And what sort of the actual final product looks like.
Yeah, and we're also working with everybody in the community, people that we know and people that are playing these games like myself, on how to do it better. Like, because there's a lot of people who are doing other things that I'm doing, and they may see something that's, hey, this is something that I think might benefit the game, and we'll implement it if we think that it works. We want to grow this thing as much as everybody else does. It only makes us all a lot more money and makes it a lot more fun, to be honest with you.
For sure. When are we going to drop the Mike D video? Can we do that tonight or tomorrow night?
We can drop it tonight.
Yeah, let's do that. It'd be dope.
Are there
Yeah.
new enhancers coming? Is there a new enhancer coming soon? Dust enhancer.
Yeah, there's I gotta put that out today too. It's coming from the
Dingleberry
underground
should make a
group.
new one. Dingleberry should get a new one.
We could
What's
do
that?
that as well. A new enhancer
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a
Yep.
new enhancer. Would be sick. I like the art.
for dingleberries.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, hit me up.
I got you. Let's do this. Yeah, I'd like to see a lot of those enhancers drop, like not just under dust, but like I really want the enhancers to play a role in the game, you know, where your profit per hour even goes up based on how many enhancers you have, you know, like
That'd be super sick, dude.
I'm literally willing to do that. Like, even though like Nifty Race didn't make any money off of that, and I didn't make any money off of those enhancers, but I think those assets should play into the game and give you more profit per hour, like level up. We're thinking about all of these things. So like when it comes to dust specifically and the in-game assets that you've already purchased, we're thinking of how we can integrate those and give you benefits within our mini game to get you ahead, because there will be a conversion rate for our in-game token into an actual token with liquidity. So yeah, we're already thinking about you guys first, 100%, because I am one of you guys. I own a lot of fucking assets too. I do.
I own a few. Some may say too many. Should we wrap this thing up here? We're going on about 2 hours now. I want to go enjoy my weekend.
This weekend. Mine is in the end in here.
You're a Monday guy in Germany, hey?
No, not now, but in any hours. It's
I still have an afternoon ahead of me.
It's 1 o'clock here, 1 p.m. here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Spaces for a good amount of these today. After we get off here, I'm gonna launch a Dingleberries on base space and just start to jump in other spaces, live stream that shit.
You're a space addict.
Well, I'm a networking addict. Okay, this is how we're gonna fucking make it.
I like it. I like it.
We need one fucking person to pilot the collaborations on Dust, just specifically. There's so much work to be done there. But like I said earlier, if we have one person that can just reach out.
Let's get Connor on it.
Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him to do it, and just fucking every single time, like just in the Dust operators chat, we need to have consistent postings there and saying, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Would you like to be a part of it? Let's talk. The part of our business model too, I don't know if you guys notice, is like our business to consumer, which we're doing right now is just, delivering all these products to the consumer is just the start. I mean, we're going business to business directly after this, just like we have been with Dust. We're targeting collections. We want the collections to support us. And with Nifty Race, it's the same thing, except this time they're going to have to pay more to do collaborations with it. It's not going to be like in Dust. It may be in Dust. It may be a portion of it in Dust, but we need to get paid to create these tools and give them the same thing that we're doing. So whether your project is the Dingleberries or whatever it is, and you want to do a race, or you want to do a Dust Miner game, or you want to do a collaboration on whatever level, we can facilitate that. And that will directly go to liquidity and also paying the bills for Nifty Race.
Yeah, and supporting the whole ecosystem.
Well, supporting the whole ecosystem is a byproduct of what we're doing, to be honest with you. Us reaching out to other chains,
that's what I mean.
Multi-chain, like that's just a byproduct of what we're doing.
For sure.
We need a Dust horse enhancer.
I think the beer
Dust
seeds are gonna play into that a little bit.
Or like a horse enhancer, just something like that for the game. Or like
we'll have one in the mini game.
Top players or something. Top player gets a whole free Dust horse enhancer or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, incentivize people to level up quicker. Yeah, that might be a good way to kick off enhancers in game. Is just have in-game enhancers first for people who reach certain milestones.
Yeah, we definitely have to look at the mechanics of how that would work.
Like in-game horse enhancer, like an in-game race enhancer, something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. it's a great idea, because I think that would be a good way to introduce enhancers to the people who don't know what enhancers are that are part of the Tapper game, and then also a good segue into how we're going to integrate the ones that exist currently. But first steps first, we need to make sure that this game pops off. We need to get it out there. We need to get a lot of users. We need to make sure that we get a lot of users, because we need people doing the tasks. If we can get people to do the tasks, we can generate more income, generate more attention, and we can do whatever we want at that point. Like, no joke.
Do we have a number? How many people have been playing Nifty Race?
NiftyRace.com. I don't know an amount of
How many
users.
visitors they have to the site? Can we track? We can track that probably.
That would have to be a Mike question for sure.
Yeah, we can track that through Cloudflare and stuff.
But I think the
Definitely.
traffic that we have for NiftyRace.com versus what we'll have for the mini game is going to be completely different. Like, completely different. And I think the mini game will affect NiftyRace.com tremendously, to be honest with you. I think once it gets out there and it starts to spread, people pass along. I mean, with the right amount of incentives for referrals, people are going to pass the shit along like crazy. And that is where you start to grow. And that's why we've been focusing mainly on the mini game. Right now, Mike's been focusing on doing all the fixes and maintaining and building Nifty Race. We all have, for sure. But the mini game is going to be where I think the community itself starts to see more volume and newcomers as well.
Yeah, and opportunities for us to promote other projects and our projects on the task list and stuff too, which will be great.
Yeah, I like the new update that the race game got. You can see the one if you want it on.
Yeah, that's just part of like what we're doing, because we're going to make a whole page that's basically devoted to your results and what's happening with your horses right now.
More
Yeah, 'cause
transparent.
that's-
Before I was winning, I was like, I was getting dust, but I was like, I don't know what horse won.
Well,
Right.
it was kind of confusing, right? And there's a whole bunch of races, and they have a bunch of gobbledygook next to the name and stuff. And so, yeah, it was kind of confusing for sure. But we're working on getting that sorted so that it's more straightforward and easier to use.
Yeah, with the mini game too, I'd like to see in-game battles. So that's why I like, giving away a pony for free. That once again is not an asset in the Nifty Race game itself, but an asset in the mini game would be fun, because then you can challenge people within the Nifty Race Tapper to race against each other individually and test out your ponies, and maybe even wager the amount of dust that you want to wager against each other, or it would just be a set amount when it does matchmaking, stuff like that.
And then the new game.
That's
we're gonna
easier
get
to
a-
do with an in-game token too.
We're gonna get
So
a new
that's super
in-game token, like this race token, right?
What's that?
A new in-game token, like what was that,
Correct.
some race token.
Yeah. It'll be a new in-game token. But that is not going to be an actual token at this point. It will have a conversion rate for another token. I mean, I'd
Yeah,
love to see
essentially.
race actually become its own token for sure.
I think we can think about something like that and how it would work.
Well, I think after the conversion rate, airdrop, claimable, whatever it is, stuff like that, when the game's popping, we could do a sale of it. Or maybe before. I honestly have no want to do that. I want to utilize dust for everything, but if it don't make sense, then we got to do what we got to do.
No, I think more just like if we have race, then we could issue it for a conversion for dust or something, or something along those lines. But
Yeah, like I said, that's the plan for right now, for sure. Is races
Or
in-game
just to, like,
token.
upgrade in the game, something like that maybe.
Yeah.
Race token.
yeah, we're definitely going to use the race token to like have in-game upgrades and probably
Oh, absolutely.
skins at some point and all sorts of cool stuff in the game as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Do you ever hear from Kurt?
Mike, you want to take?
I talked to him recently, fairly recently, but no, he's kind of busy, like doing his.
I remember he
His
was working
own
on
thing.
Flow with those Flow a lot, Flow blockchain.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing a lot of blockchain stuff at the moment. I think it's more just coding for his clients.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
All the days
I like
when
to
Kurt
do
was
an interview
around.
with him on the YouTube. Do an interview with Kurt.
I don't think Kurt wants to do an interview.
I'd say so. Not with me. Trust.
We need more carrots. More carrots.
I feel like carrots should be an in-game thing that we use for the horses.
Yeah, carrots definitely could feed the horses.
Your horses like carrots. Or give them like drug
could
enhancers to like make
feed
them
them
super fast.
feed them weed and beer to make them go faster.
Yeah, give them beer to make them super fast or something. Nah, let them be drunk. Oh, we ran off course.
We could host drunk races. Just like the more beer and weed you feed your horse, just get a race. Be like
That
level
would be funny.
high.
With photo
You fall
at the
over.
end, with the photo of the end of the memes with the faces of the horses.
Yeah, exactly. With the meme horses. And if the one that doesn't fall over on the way to the finish line wins.
You gotta have one like going sideways. That one took some acid.
Like literally sideways. Like
One of my buddies, he
sidestepping the
was
whole
in horse
race.
racing, and he said they would pump the horses full of some like liquid before the race to make them faster. Like I don't know.
Oh
what it was.
yeah, probably adrenaline or something, I would
They
imagine.
pump their stomachs full of this shit before the race, and they fucking just give it.
Sounds horrible.
Probably some sort of
Yeah.
adrenaline.
With weed and beer. It's gonna be a choice that the
Oh,
horse.
you can blend weed and beer to make adrenaline or
For the
something.
horse, yeah.
Oh, that would be a good thing, honestly, right here. If like every time you feed weed and beer to your horse, that there's basically like you're not gonna always get the same result. Like you could essentially get a great result, or your horse could just be a dumbass when he's high.
Yeah,
you know
horse
what
would like pass out or something.
Yeah. Your horse is too fucking high.
Yeah, your horse is too high to race. Sorry.
I love it.
Or
Is
it
that
could
what
come in
you're
the
using,
form of combo cards. If you get the right
Weed and
combo
beer to
cards, then you,
upgrade the horses or something. No, breeding has weed and beer. No, forget.
Yeah, when you're raising your colt, you have to feed them weed and beer as
what mommy
nutrition.
takes, baby gets. Okay, so just know.
Yeah, they have to have some kind of nutrition.
Yeah, because
You
I
know.
was reading the horse race media thing. Whatever it was,
Yeah, maybe we create some new assets for Nifty Race, and we feed them hay and carrots, and then if you want to feed them weed and beer, it's at your own risk. But for dust, you can purchase carrots and hay.
Mhm. Or there's like a conversion level for weed and beer to dust and carrots,
Something
or
like that.
something weird.
like a pool to trade your weed for carrots.
Or maybe you could stake them.
An
Stake the
NFT
assets.
pool.
Maybe you could stake those assets for
Stake the assets and generate the weed and carrots, or the
hay
carrots and hay.
That would be a good
I
one.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea for sure.
Yeah, we could sell those fucking in the mini game, and then also yeah, that'd make a lot of sense, because that's essentially bringing value to holders already, like we want to do. So holders already are ahead of the game. Now, if you want to get ahead of that staking pool, because we'll launch the staking pool first, so the people who hold assets will have these assets first, and then following that, after a month or so, maybe less, we'll launch a actual sale for carrots and hay. But the only people who have access to it will be the people with assets that can stake first, right? That's the value. That's how you do that shit.
Or you make a long position when you leveling up the horse, you get some carrots or its currency or whatever at the end, before the end of the part. This can be 1 year, 2 years, whatever, and it's taking a little bit to the value and becoming up a staking pool or whatever. When you have the leveling up at the top, you get some asset or whatever. That's
Well, I think maybe how we do that is we have tiers of staking. So if you stake for 30 days, you get the most base. You stake for 45 days, you get another base. Stake for 60 days or 90 days, whatever that amount is, then you get the most rewards, right? You got to further incentivize.
That's fair, really. But you know, you can only leveling up when you're staking up. That's right. That's the mechanism is all time the same.
It's true, but you're also earning staking rewards, so you really have to balance that out, especially if you have multiple ponies. So like you could be staking a few to earn assets that nobody else will have access to unless you're a holder. Or you can be racing them and leveling them up. It's really going to be up to you. But if you have a gang of ponies, then you're going to be able to do both. So once again, that benefits all holders. It benefits the whole ecosystem that we're creating. Because if we gave the same access to person who held one pony, which essentially it is, but you can't do both. So if you stake your pony, you want to earn hay and carrots, then you can do that. But if you have two ponies, you want to race it, get the XP, and then on the other one, you want to earn hay and carrots, you should definitely do that. But I think with tiered systems, when it comes to staking, you could do both. If you lock it in for more, that would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, and that would help with pony sales, wouldn't it? Like more utility for ponies.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. But if you want to play with them, they got to pull them out.
Look, we sold it the first batch. We sold it fast. Because there's the second batch. There's still some left, isn't there? In the second batch of ponies.
Yeah. There's about, I think, like 100 left.
Yeah, I want a face to my pony, so it's more like individual,
Well, we're gonna do names to start with, anyways. So you can pay Dust to have a custom name.
Oh yeah, I do that. To name my horse, I can have some crazy funny name.
Yeah, So
That's
it'll
a-
be, instead of the asset number, it'll be the name that you've specified.
when you make a creation of the name, I think you need an alternative when you're winning a races and he becoming up a random name from the people. I think that's the best way. You have random name that's coming up to the next. That's really nice. I think you can make this with many languages, the names from global.
You mean random names for the levels?
No, not a title. That's not. This is when you be with the races. Everybody have a joke name of the horse. You know, this is what I mean. When the public give some horse random course name.
Oh yeah, that would be it. I think that would be a good another point of sale for Dust as well, where they could purchase their own horse name, essentially.
Well, we're doing that for sure.
Okay,
We're definitely doing that.
yeah.
But he's talking about assigning them a random name or
Like
something.
the community assigns a name to a horse. You mean like that?
I think it should just be like randomly generated. Like if you use Don Ton or anything that has something tied to you, it's either tied to your Telegram name, essentially, which it should be. So if you're
Well, that'll be the mini game for sure.
yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm thinking about this all as one. But when it comes to niftyrace.com specifically, I think it should just be a randomly generated name, which would be like Nifty Race 1500 or whatever. And then you purchase your name, which would be fucking whatever you want it to be at that point. It should be generic.
Yeah.
I feel like the ponies are just everyone's the same. They're not individual. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't hear that. Sorry. What?
like the ponies are all the same. Like I
Yeah.
want my own, you know, like a face to my pony. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do that too. Like in the future, maybe do like kind of like a PFP thing where you can like randomly generate the face of your pony or something. That would be super fun.
Or really just use your in-game assets if you really wanted to, but then also purchase your name as well. Yeah, I gave you some identity.
Purchase your name first and then maybe later like a profile picture or something.
It should probably both be delivered at the same time.
Name is easier and it's going to happen way sooner. I'll tell you that right
Do that.
now.
they could airdrop like pony individual ponies for every pony sale, but that would
No,
need a lot of art,
it would
you know?
probably be just like an in-game like photo kind of thing, so that then we don't have to issue another asset. But it'll be tied to your account.
All right, for everybody who's in the live stream right now, if you're not in the Nifty Race Telegram spaces, I mean Twitter spaces right now, join the Twitter spaces. Follow all the speakers as well. Got a lot of people here in the live stream. Just say hi. Oh, there's like only 21 of us, but still, say hi.
Yeah, where's Sugar Queen? Sugar Queen.
She's at work, I'm sure.
Well,
Where's Riley? Riley.
Probably in bed still on a Sunday morning. What time is it in Hawaii right now?
Well, I think we should be closing this up soon, probably. Am I rugging? Mike, are you there?
What about Dustow? Any updates for Dustow?
Can you hear me? Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I was talking. I think the space got rugged.
Is there any Dustow updates?
I think that's a Mike question for sure. I feel like the space is getting a little ruggy right now, though. Yep. Space got rugged. I knew it. If you guys were in the Nifty Race space, just stick with us. We're gonna do our own thing 100%. Yeah. All right, everybody who's in here, I am going to restart this space because apparently it's not doing it here. All right. Well, I'm going to have to restart this. So if you're here right now, just know I'm restarting the space. I have to restart it because I'm changing the title. If you're somebody who's in the community right now and you want to come up and talk, hop in. I'd love to have you. I'll see you in a few. Thank you.